What's going on, everybody?
Yo, you a DJ now, Chronic?
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to do that rather than be awkward and shit and be all silent. You know what I mean? So I got my computer down here, bro, and what up, everyone?
Fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, bro.
Congo told me to tell you that he's gonna be late. Him and I guess probably the rest of the guys. They're on a call.
Hell yeah, we're gonna this is gonna be epic. This is recorded, y'all. Not like we care. You know what I'm saying? Just to let everybody know. We're gonna put it on the YouTube channel later for the people that can't watch it. So just a heads up. Y'all can curse, you can do whatever you want, but we're not trying to go all that route. But man, Lending Pond, right? 2 people are gonna come on. Man, questions. It's gonna be awesome. Like to hear about the partnership, the collaboration, and I know I'm excited. What's going on, Scott?
Hey, buddy, long time no speak. Mate, really excited about that announcement that just came out. That looks awesome. The fact that you can stake third-party NFTs. Man, Cardano Shield's going to have to buy about 1,000 cabins.
Yes, before they come out, yo, let's talk about that right quick while we got a bunch of apes in here. Christy and I were talking about that stock trade. What are you anticipating, bro? Are you gonna separate your wallet, or are you just rolling with 1 or 2?
Look, I'm sticking with, just 1. Look, we don't know what the raffle looks like, but what we do know is that there's 10,000 cabins and 7,000 apes, right? So I would say you're going to get maybe not a 1-for-1 match, but you're probably going to get 70% of your apes will get a cabin. That would be my guess. So I don't think it's worth splitting them. And obviously, if you split them right now, you're going to lose your staking rewards. You're going to lose the last epoch reward. You're going to lose your Diamond Hands trophy. So not worth it.
Yes, and that was definitely one of our concerns. If it comes to be 70%, stock, I'd be loving it, right? Man, I just have a feeling like, I just don't want to see like a big goose egg, right? So
well, I mean, if you think about it this way, Chronic, I mean, look, there's 10,000 cabins. They sort of indicated at least 3,000 would go to the public mint. So that assumes everybody's getting a cabin and the 7,000 for each ape. I think it's going to be less than 1-for-1, and that's why they're doing the raffle. But I do think you're going to have a very high probability of getting a cabin per ape.
Man, I hope you're right. I can't see it. Like, you know what I mean? I hope so. Cause shoot, we have 12, right? So we only have 2 wallets. So like, I'm only guaranteed 2. So like the 7,000, guaranteed is if everyone had a separate wallet, right? So man, this raffle is going to be nail biting. And
well, and the other thing, mate, is that not every holder will mint, right? There'll be a number that don't mint. Obviously, everybody that's listed can't mint. But look, if you've got 12, I'd be very surprised if you don't get at least 8 cabins.
Well, if that's the case, my brother, I swear to God, I will be super happy.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
What's going on, Cardman? How we doing, man?
Pretty good. Sorry, I had some trouble getting in. Hopefully, I didn't miss it.
Hey, brother, it's a pleasure, man. You want to chime in before we get and if Lending Pond, if anyone sees them down there, please let me know. You gonna chime in, my brother? Anything? Your advice on like, the cabins with the apes as far as like spreading the wallets out. What's your opinion on this, boss?
I mean, I wouldn't advise trying to game the system. Every time somebody tries to do that, I don't think it works out too well for them. So I would just wait for the announcement tomorrow. That's my
sweet.
That's my 2 cents.
Perfect. I didn't realize you were gonna have an announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, we're talking about the whitelist details tomorrow.
Yeah, that just came up in the announcement, so we're going to hear more about that. Chronic, can you go ahead and pin the tweet that I just shared for this up here on top? It's not allowing me to do that for some reason. And hey, everybody. Hey, Cardman. Hey, Stock Trade. Hey, Cloud. Everyone joining in.
Hey, Chrissy.
I'm excited about having Lending Pond on here and hearing all about that. We have a lot of questions. So when they get on here, we'll go ahead and have them up to speak. Everyone be ready with other questions. If we don't cover it, we'll allow you to come on up here and ask. It'll be an AMA after we hear everything they all have to say. So thanks for being here. We already have a lot of people joined.
Yeah, some reason it's not allowing me to pin any tweets neither. Stock, can you pin a tweet?
Let me try.
It won't let me for some reason.
Go into maybe your settings on here. Just see if there's something you need to click.
No, I mean, I've never had this issue before, honestly. Let me adjust settings. Can speak, everyone, people, caption, sound. Yeah, I don't have that. It should be able to do it.
Yeah, it's never not allowed us before. We'll give it a second. Maybe it'll let us. But if
Yeah,
everyone
well,
could go to my page and maybe retweet
Yeah,
it,
I
that'd
can't
be
do that.
awesome. Let's get more people in here to hear this. This will be a great space.
Yeah, well, we have been saying in Discord for a while that, hey, look, apes are something you should never sell. You're going to be able to sweat that asset through, things around DeFi and obviously staking. I must admit, I expected that to be somewhere towards the end of 2002. So for it to come up this early in the piece is fantastic. And well done to the team again.
yeah, someone
Yeah, I
just
mean,
said pinning has been an issue all day. So we can keep trying it, but thank you. My bad, Stock. Go ahead, Carbon.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say all the credit to Nalu and Stockpicker putting together such an awesome platform. And I think once that finds its like balance, I think it's going to be huge because not only can you lend and take liquidity from your PFPs or whatever it is, but as NFTs continue to evolve, you can get that same liquidity from like a metaverse plot or some sort of NFT contract thing or whatever. So it's going to continue to grow.
It's an awesome service. I'm really looking forward to speaking to the guys. I think this is going to be very insightful.
Yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind, and Matassa, if you want to come up, brother, if you wouldn't mind, you guys up on the panel, keep an eye out for them. What's their names, y'all? Y'all know off top of your head? I know that I got them upstairs. I'm sorry, Chrissy. You know off top of your head? Yeah, she's coming. She's dealing with the kids. And look, man, I
Yeah,
love the art and everything with these cabins. Sorry, Chrissy.
no,
Love
you're good. Go
everything
ahead.
while we waiting on them, man. This announcement was unreal. I love them. I can't believe it. Touch on that, brother. If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean we have the cabins coming. If you guys check out that video, if you zoom in on the cabin itself, like you can see how much detail is going into that exterior. And there's three different units: the cottage, the estate, and the chateau. The chateau. And yeah, so we're excited to unveil all that stuff. And
So are we saying
yeah,
that the
stuff's coming up
chateau,
every day.
given they're in that order, are we saying the chateau is bigger than the estate?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What's in the picture, guys? Is this just the cottage?
Yeah, this is the cottage.
Wow. Okay, like it a lot. That's
Yeah,
excellent.
the next few days we will continue releasing stuff. So yeah, this is just the start, so to speak. Yeah, we have everything planned till the mint, so it's going to be exciting, really exciting.
Perfect. What's going on, Cardano Shield? How we doing, brother?
Hey, good. Just a quick question. Will we know how many frames will go in each cabin type before the mint? Because I'm trying to figure out how many, cabins to try to mint. And that having that number would help me, figure that out.
Yes, yeah, we'll let you know all that. It's a fair point though.
Great. Yep. other.
If I look at the actual video, my estimation is 15 to 20 frames. Is that in the right ballpark per cabin?
Not gonna say that yet, but
Just looking
yeah.
for some alpha, man.
I mean, if it's yeah, I mean, if you look, it's just that cabin is just from the outside. You can't really like transpose to the real like inside the cabin, I guess.
Yeah, I was going off the
Um,
other video, the prior one, the inside view of the original cabin
yeah,
with the full table.
yeah. It won't be exactly like 100% like the same like inside, if you know what I mean, compared to the NFT itself outside. Um, yeah, that will be a little bit too much, but
Yeah.
it'd be close enough, like, at least proportional.
Yeah. Cool.
Love it. What's going on, everyone? I appreciate y'all listening. We waiting on Lending Pond. If you guys are in the room, it's getting kind of full. Can you please just request, and we'll get you up here.
Yeah, if you have any questions now for Carmen, Congo, and Matassa, go ahead and come ask, because we might as well go ahead and use this time to talk about Ape Society before Lending Pond gets in here. So anything else y'all want to say? We got the cabin announcement that just came out, really amazing. But yeah, come on up. Any questions?
Look, I've got one quick question, which I'm sure the guys are going to say, yeah, we've got to wait. But base staking rewards. Do we know when that information is going to be released, or can you give us an indication what they might look like?
What exactly are you like? What exactly is your question?
So
Like
base
you
staking
already
rewards.
know
So
the
let's say, yeah. So let's say Craftsman, right? Obviously, they're the base staking.
Mhm.
Look, there's lots of conjecture, lots of spreadsheets flying around on Discord at the moment. Anything from sort of
Oh
5
yeah, that
society to 30.
yeah, you'll never know that. Like I can't really, we can't really release that info, and it would.
Okay.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of smart people in our community, and they would manipulate the market. Not saying they will, but like some of them would manipulate
Yeah.
the market, like
Yeah.
100%. We've been around for a while. That's not the way to do things.
Yeah. Okay.
But all you need to know is that I have a craftsman. If a craftsman earns, let's say, 10 society, an artist will win 11.5.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
a 1.15x. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose the key number is what is the craftsman's, what's the base number, right? Because obviously from you got the base number, you can
Exactly.
calculate every other number.
Exactly. It would all obviously depend on how much people are staking. But yes, that's the good estimate already.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Okay. Cool.
we can't really give everything. It would take out the fun of trying to figure out things as well. It would be
Yeah, and
just
obviously,
a money making. This is not like the goal of just creating passive income. It's actually to people use it, and yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, and
otherwise it would be
obviously,
just a Ponzi scheme, like it would be some cash grab. The fun is like discovering things and trying to strategize around it, not
yeah,
just make
yeah,
money out of it. You know what I mean?
yeah. So,
It
so
would
you're
it would kill us. It would kill us 100%.
yeah, so you're basically saying that that number may or may not ever really be known. We'll have to get involved in crafting things, staking NFTs, and as society drops, we'll be able to work it
Yeah.
out from there. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I guess, but the thing is, like every day will change. Like it really depends on the daily mission and the people staking, the number of people staking. Like the frames upgrades, it will
Yeah,
mess it up as well. It
yeah,
will constantly changing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so yeah, so like the
yeah. So you've
goal, I can
basically got
say you
a
that I can give you a little bit of
yeah,
alpha here. Like the
yeah,
goal here is always trying to push, like your staking rewards access to the maximum to gain
yeah,
advantage in regards to other people.
yeah. So
So
basically,
it's
what
kind
you're
of like a
telling me
race.
yeah, so what you're basically telling me there is there's a fixed pot of I suppose, society tokens per day or per epoch or whatever it might be. And depending on what people do with their apes around crafting and staking, they will get more or less society.
You're somewhat right. It's not like literally like that. I mean, there's a few variables, so it's not really fixed. And and with the projector in the scene now, it also changes a bit. There's a projector. The projector is in a different pool. Like I mentioned that in the chat before. So one of the spaces I talked about, the undisclosed portion of the distribution, there was like 13%.
Yeah, 91 million.
Around one part of that, like off of it almost, was the projector. I just couldn't say it at the time. So it will be another incentive for for everyone, not only apes but always also non-apes. They just need to buy a projector from a craftsman, and they will earn. It will always obviously be dependent on how many people have projectors. If there's only 2 people with projectors, it will be a split between those 2. Part from that pool of X amount of society. It won't be out of the 66% of society tokens.
Yeah. Man, you've got many layers in this thing. I love it. Every time I speak to you guys.
A lot of layers, and a lot of layers that you don't know.
Yeah, excellent. And look, it's on the projector. So are you going to be able to, I don't know, roll like MP4 films through the projector, or does it have its own specific?
That's a good idea. We actually no, those are for NFTs, but that's a good idea actually. You can rent movies. That would be sick.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a bunch of apes around, have a whiskey, and watch the movie.
Yeah, that would be crazy actually.
Fire.
Matasa, what does it mean when you, it says you can do your approved non-ape NFTs? How do you get those approved? What's your system with that?
With what? Sorry, remind me. When did I say that?
Here, let me read this off of
Our
here.
kids are going crazy too in the background.
It says stake your approved non-ape NFTs for society. How do you get them approved?
That's just going to be us having a list of like policy IDs that work, like so that people can't just like mint some random NFT like that they made themselves and like just stake anything.
So you're going to partner with other projects and then say this is an approved policy ID for staking from a third-party project. Is that the process?
Not necessarily.
At least, yeah. At least gives us that possibility, but yeah, not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a technicality. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
So can I go and put a Hosky in my frame and start earning society?
It all comes down to the frames, right? So actually, what you'll earn is from the frames. So like I explained before, you'll have the base rewards from the apes, right? And then from the frames that you level up and all that. So a non-apes will be able to do that, right? They don't earn the rewards from the apes, but they will earn from the frames.
Oh, I get.
So that applies to any NFT, really.
Yeah.
So there's like, imagine like 2 different staking rewards. Yeah.
I get you 100%.
So like someone can really, if they want to, like they can, if they don't have an ape, they're out of the budget, but they can still earn pretty good rewards if they level up their frames, you know?
Yeah. So is there a 1-for-1? If I'm staking an ape versus staking a third party, do I get the same emissions or do I get more emissions if I'm holding an ape?
It will be the same. I mean, the X rewards will be the same because on the frames.
Yeah, because it's based on the frames. It doesn't matter what's actually in the frames. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but apes will be a little bit more rewarding, at least at the first levels of the frames. As I said before, like the level 1 is like 0.1x, then it increases a bit, but you have to spend society for that, which ultimately increases the value of the token. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, look, I think the mechanics you've applied to this, the game theory you've applied to this, it's genius. It really is. Very well done. I'm super, super impressed with the whole project.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like, yeah, from this week, like when you start announcing things till we release, I think it's gonna be really exciting for us and for everyone.
Well, let's face it hasn't been excited up to this point.
Yo, I know one thing. Floor price is 2,500, yo. So people are excited for what you guys are doing, and it's probably, I love it. I can't wait for. I mean, obviously, you guys got everything thought out, well gamified. It's gonna take some very big brains to get over on you three. Yo, Carmen just hit me up and said Lending Pool should be here any minute. So yeah, man, let's keep an eye out for them. Anything that you guys want to say to us apes as far as what y'all plan on doing? You guys have a lot of DeFi experience. You guys have a lot of stuff on ETH. I know they probably have this already. Anything y'all looking forward to with and why you guys collaborated, partnered with these guys?
I mean, for me, it's really bullish. I mean, Cardano is so early in DeFi that we really need this. Like these pioneers, even ourselves, like with these staking and gamification of projects. Like we need this if we want Cardano to be competing with ETH and Solana and yeah. So we really need this, and we really appreciate like these pioneers like ourselves to be developing this. But like my first tip is that like for anyone listening and never been part of like you don't know what lending is and these protocols are, just do your own research, learn first. It can be a tough game, so always be safe. Really, do your own research, learn how it works, and it can be really profitable. I mean, yeah, we are investors and we made a killing like in other chains doing this kind of stuff, so it can be really good for you, but you need to know what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stage, Lending Pond. Pleasure for you to come speak with us. I know I'm super excited as an ape holder, right? So just want to thank you for coming up and giving us your time.
No, thank you. We are super stoked to be here. Sorry for us coming a little bit late. Our school had a surprise lockdown drill, so I'm sitting in the classroom with everyone's heads down, just being super anxious. So I'm missing out on the Twitter space, but we're super glad to be here. We're super glad to partner with the Ape Society. We're super glad to offer this service to all ape holders, and that service being the ability to lend on the platform. And I know that people have some questions prepared, so I won't talk for too long, but yeah, we're glad that we're able to offer this service. We're glad that we're able to kind of change the space a little bit and allow people to kind of go beyond this simple ideal of, oh, let me just sell my NFT if I need some ADA.
I love that. Before we get to, if you have, are you guys partner with anyone else other than Ape Society?
Yeah, so I guess you can think of Lending Pond kind of has different tiers of partnerships. So there's the best kind of partnership with Lending Pond is a partnership in which your holders can lend. So that partnership is pretty exclusive, and we only offered that to two other projects, which were Lazy Llamas and the Ape Society. And then the next tier of partnerships is your partner. Your project is considered verified collateral, and what that means, it's kind of the equivalent to JPEG's little checkmark sticker, which we had this question thrown in the chat, but it's every single asset that you see in your assets tab is already verified. So if you try to take a dud NFT and you attempt to list it on the platform by going into your assets and listing it, if you try to make like a fake ape, it won't even show up in the first place. So that's kind of a level of security that no other platform has. But hopefully that allows it to be so there will be no duds posted, and all the NFTs that lenders are viewing on are already verified. So we could put the little sticker on everything, but why put a verified sticker on everything if everything is already verified?
I freaking love that. I've been asking all the platforms to like make sure there's only the correct policy ID, right? So much love for you for doing that, right? It's going to prevent a lot of scams. I love that. I don't understand why it couldn't be implemented sooner.
Yeah, but hopefully that will have some countermeasures. And then the kind of the last tier of partnerships that we have is just we have a partners tab on the platform in which Ape Society is first with that beautiful picture. We love that picture of Ape Society, and they in exchange for promoting Lending Pond on any of their mediums, whether it be through Twitter, through Discord, through Twitch, we will include them on the lending on the partners page. So Ape Society is kind of the top dog here. They have all the availabilities made available to them, so they can lend, they can borrow, and they're also on the partners page.
What an honor, for sure. I mean, gosh, that's excellent. I was hoping, something like this would happen to the Ape Society, and obviously the teams working behind the scenes, man. What did you see in the Ape Society to make you, want to partner with us, right?
Well, first of all, I love Ape Society art, but second of all, I really think that the Ape Society community was quite extreme, and it's something that Cardano really hasn't seen before. And it was kind of miraculous watching a project start. And typically, if a project, it needs to have like this immediate, extravagant success from off the bat, and then it flutters off and then it dies. But it was very evident that Ape Society was not like that at all. They had a completely different structure and they functioned completely differently. Their community was very strong and tight knit, so that's something that we wanted to be associated with. That's something that we wanted to promote, because if that's a community and if that's a project that's honoring and serving its holders so much, why not give them that extra ability and allow those holders to lend and borrow on our platform?
That is really amazing. This is really cool to get to listen to and hear straight from you. So when we get to become lenders on your site, or anybody does, is it anonymous or is it not? How does that go about?
Yeah, so I guess the best way to explain it is JPEG store before there were profiles. So JPEG store just a couple weeks ago, in which it is anonymous and it's fully peer-to-peer. So it's not like future lending and borrowing protocols where, like, I think, for example, Paribus is doing a similar thing in the future whenever their product releases, but they're taking people's ADA and then they're giving it to borrowers, and they're acting as kind of a solid middleman. But here in Lending Pond, it's fully peer-to-peer, so there is no interaction on our end besides a 2% commission from the interest on the principal before the interest. So how that works is if you have a 100 ADA loan, you would send 102 ADA to the borrower. The borrower would receive 100 ADA, pay interest on 100 ADA, and then the 2 ADA goes to making sure that Lending Pond can continue to develop and we can have version 2 and 3.
What up, Tal?
Love
Go ahead,
that.
brother.
Love that. Yeah. Hey, Tal,
Great
go ahead.
question.
Thanks for coming
Question.
up here. Thank you for that.
What's
Which
up?
one are you?
What's
I'm
up,
sorry.
guys?
Hello.
Go ahead, Tal.
I love what you're doing. I read you.
You're rugging, Tal.
I'm on the Bay Bridge. Let me go off of it.
Yeah, just come back in a second, my brother.
Sounds
I know
good.
you got it. Yeah. You need Well, yeah. So what separates you from Paribus, brother? Like you said, Paribus is about to launch on Pavia, right? Cross chain, DeFi lending platform.
Yeah, so I can delve a little bit into that. I think that there's the major way that Paribus is different from Lending Pond is the way that it's structured. So first, Lending Pond has a limited amount of lenders, which in turn what might sound like a bad thing in the beginning, but it actually balances the ratio between lenders and borrowers because you need to have a ratio that's as equal as possible. And if you just open it up and let everybody borrow and everybody lend, you're going to have a really big imbalance of lenders to borrowers. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, and this is what I'm not entirely too sure about, it's mainly because Paribus hasn't been extremely clear on it. They might still be developing it, but the way in which loans are conducted on Paribus is not fully P2P. I think that the way that you make money on Paribus is that you stake your ADA and they use the money to finance loans on their end. So you never meet the person that you're giving ADA to, or you never know what the collateral is, and they pay you back in their own token. And that's what I think is what truly sets Lending Pond apart. We love projects that have tokens, but Lending Pond itself has no interest to make a pond token. We will pay you in ADA. So if you lend ADA, you get back ADA. We're not going to create some token that costs nothing for us to make and give it back to you and tell you that you're being rewarded. We'd rather reward you in ADA. So I think that's what sets us apart from other platforms.
Love it, brother. I love that. I love that you're giving it in ADA and receiving in ADA. That's everything. I picked Bitcoin. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Hey, Lending Pond, I have a question for you. Are you looking to make your infrastructure interoperable with other blockchains, specifically with Ethereum? Ethereum has about 17 billion worth of NFTs on there. From a Cardano standpoint, we have about 30 million. If you brought others from Ethereum, they would see the projects that we have, such as Ape Society, right, to a whole new group of people. I think that's the only way that we can actually scale Cardano and our NFT ecosystem up the level and up the ladder.
Yeah, that's actually a great question. And everything about you is great besides the fact you need to change your username to I pick Cardano. But I I think that, yes, that if you actually heard us on other AMAs, version 2, which will include quite a bit of stuff, but version 2 is also going to allow people to take an ETH NFT and receive ADA for it. So the genius thing about that is right now the only way to avoid those horrible ETH gas fees are to go through a chain like Milkomeda and to have kind of a derivative NFT. And it's confusing and it's not easy for individuals, but that is eventually the goal of Lending Pond, to have an ETH NFT and to receive ADA for it. We understand it's not full cross-chain capabilities, but Lending Pond that's kind of like the halfway step there. But we're expecting by 2023, like by mid 2023, we should have full cross-chain capabilities. But right now there is no protocol that I'm aware of that has truly cross-chain capabilities that allows you just to take ETH and go straight to ADA, or vice versa, without going into derivatives and such and such.
Wow, that's a really great idea.
Am I rugging now or I'm good?
You good, my
You're
dude?
good.
Perfect, Tal.
All right. So I love what I read so far. I'm not deep enough, so I didn't do the full research. But two questions. One of them is about users. I'm always asking that because I'm not a tech guy and I always fuck it up somehow. User friendly. Is that going to look like an order book? It's going to look like a swap. How easy it's going to be for us to use it? And the second question is, how do we invest? Like, what do we buy? You have NFTs. How does it work? Can we invest?
Okay, those are two great questions. And initially, if any of you look back in the tweets far enough, or scroll back up into announcements far enough, you can see the original design for Lending Pond. And no offense to our dev at the time, the back end dev was just kind of creating the front end as a MVP, so it wasn't really front end focused, but it did kind of look like Craigslist, and nobody likes that. So we actually worked with the team over at Trading 10. I know that Ape Society is kind of familiar with Trading 10. You guys traded some pretty massive apes on that EUTXO, and the team over at Trading 10 and Fort Gotten helped us with the branding and UI of Lending Pond and made it quite user friendly. I guess what I would say to that is really to the point in which how comfortable with technology you are. Someone in the chat asked today, how do I pay back my loan? And I said, you press the payback loan button. So there's always an extent to how great we can make the UI, but we're trying to make it as simple as possible. And of course, version 2 will have even simpler UI, kind of a more modern and sleek interface that will load faster and present things in a kind of more scalable way so that different browser sizes will fit it nicely. And then, sorry, could you remind me of the second question one more time?
How you take money from us for us to make money? That's the question.
Yeah. Do you have an NFT, brother? So in order to lend, how do you participate in lending peer-to-peer?
Yeah, so there are 3 ways to be able to lend, and it's to hold one of 3 NFTs. You either have to hold a Lazy Llama, you either have to hold an Ape Society, and if you don't hold either of those 2, then holding an Acronym DAO NFT also works. So those are the 3 NFTs that will give you access to the lending platform. So for all the Apes holders, congrats, you don't need to do anything. You have access to the platform. For all the Llama holders, congrats, you have access to the platform. And for all the Acronym DAO holders, congrats, you have access to the platform. But for all the people that don't have those NFTs, then they're going to be looking for a way to get into the platform to be able to lend. So this is going to drive a little bit more traffic and drive more traffic to these 3 projects. And then on a how to invest, well, first you need to have one of those 3. You don't need to have all 3, just one. And then once you have that, you can start generating yield. And if you're really active on the Pond platform and you lend ADA correctly, and we're going to be focusing really hard these next couple of weeks to make sure, and I want to answer some questions on this later, how to lend and borrow correctly on this platform, because right now people aren't entirely sure how to do that. But the only way right now to invest in the platform is to just lend ADA. We didn't want to create a token that you could buy and hope that it goes up, because that business model doesn't work, and we'd rather pay people back in ADA. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Tal's question there was, how does he invest in Lending Pond? I think he's very excited by what you guys are proposing. And I think he's asking, is Lending Pond got an NFT? Does Lending Pond have a token? How does
Lending Pond
Tal
itself
put his
doesn't.
money into Lending Pond?
Yeah, Lending Pond itself does not have an NFT. I guess the best way that you could invest in Lending Pond, there isn't a direct way to invest. We're not seeking to kind of become super duper profitable. We're trying to just really unlock a lot of locked liquidity in the CNFT space by allowing people to do stuff with their NFTs besides selling it. So the best thing that you can do for Lending Pond, if you genuinely want Lending Pond to succeed, is throw it out on the Discord, talk to your friends about it, invest ADA in it, and especially make smart decisions, make smart loans, and make smart borrows.
Yeah, so your 2% is what you're banking on, right? You're banking on that. That's your
Exactly, yeah. And honestly, with the amount of the server costs to just uphold this smart contract, because just to give you a sense, JPEG Store is a simple smart contract. It's I send ADA, you send NFT, but this is kind of the next level of smart contracts. So it's a little more advanced. It takes a little more processing power, but that 2% mainly goes so that we can just continue to have development, because I will tell you right now, Lending Pond is the beginning of a vast DeFi ecosystem that is going to completely change Cardano. So y'all are here really, really early, and we appreciate you for being here, and we appreciate your enthusiasm and your questions, because it makes this entire space better.
You're
So
extremely impressive.
just as a follow up to that. So is Lending Pond an LLC? Like, is it a business itself?
Yeah, so Lending Pond is an LLC. It's been registered it is a business, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You're either verified or you're not. But just a quick note on the legality. It's what's nice about Lending Pond is that taking a loan on your NFT is not a taxable event. So we're
Wait,
not here
wait,
to.
wait, wait. 1 second, 1 second. Whoa,
That's
whoa, whoa,
gonna spark some interest.
whoa. Is that like buying a real estate off of real estate? Like it's like take a loan on my house and actually buy another house,
Yeah,
tax wise.
Yeah, it's like a 1031 exchange is
exactly,
what that
bro.
program is called.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Are
Yeah,
you like how do you prove it? Like what
it,
how?
it Fatal. If you get your interest, your loan, the interest is write offable as well. I mean,
No,
you know
I'm
that,
aware
right?
of that. That doesn't matter. But it said it's like 1031 exchange. That's a game changer. Are you sure that's like you
Absolutely.
checked it?
Yeah, that's the nice thing because you're not actually
Yeah,
selling your asset.
You're not selling the asset, right? So therefore, there's no taxable event for an asset sale. Yeah, no capital
exactly.
exactly.
gains.
But
Tal,
Uncle Sam, I'm sorry, but Uncle Sam is a motherfucker, and he can make it kind of a sale because it's on the block. That's my question. When the NFT leaves your wallet, you kind of sold it, although it's going in a smart contract. My
Yeah,
question is if it's really, um, you understand where I'm coming from?
I
Because
understand what you're
you
coming from.
sold it
I
kind of.
understand sometimes it's hard to believe, but no, the fact is that it's not a sale. You're not exchanging. You're not sending it to the individual. It's sitting in a smart contract bubble,
Yeah.
and that's how it works. So there is no capital gains tax,
Trigger.
or there's no realized gains tax on that because you're not selling your NFT.
Yeah.
You're acting
You're
as
What?
a
getting the asset. You're
custodian,
getting
right?
the asset back, Tal, right? So you're getting the asset back. So if you haven't sold it, there can't be a taxable trigger event for a realized capital gain or loss.
So
Exactly.
they're acting as a
Yeah, but the
custodian.
problem is it's leaving your wallet. So when you sell a house, I'm sorry, when you take a loan on the house stays still. Here, when the event happened, it's literally lose. It's not in your wallet no more. So you need to
Yeah,
prove that it's smart
but
contract.
no.
Yeah,
Think
but
about it like this. Think about it
honestly
like this,
interrupt you,
Tal. I
but
mean,
it's the same.
essentially. Oh, sorry.
It's the same way as sure your house when you take a loan on your house is still there, but what happens when you don't pay your loan? They're gonna take your house too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
I would say, think
it's
about it
there
like
because
this. Think
they
about
don't
it.
feel like
Yeah.
moving it.
I was going to say, think about it like this, Tal, and that is that, I agree. Look, basically, when you buy a house, if you have a mortgage, you don't actually own that. You don't have the house anyway. The bank has the deed for the house, right? And just because you're moving the NFT into a smart contract, it isn't going to another person that is paying you value for that asset. So there is no actual asset sales. It's just being held in a different location. So I agree with these guys 100%. This is not a taxable event.
And what happens though if the loan does not get paid off and the NFT does end up going to the other person? How does that compare with it all?
That's actually a good question. So what's interesting is that first you can, if you're really keen on law your taxes, is that first you actually lost money, right? Because you lost your ADA, you haven't received that ADA back, and sure you've exchanged it for an asset, but have you realized the gains in those assets? No. So until you take a defaulted NFT and you either sell it or take a loan on it, then that technically you're at a loss if that default happened. But of course, that's kind of what we wanted to stress on safe lending practices. Everyone's coming into Lending Pond and asking, "Can I get a quote on this NFT? How much is the NFT worth?" And like, first of all, we can't give financial advice, so we can't tell you how much the NFT is worth. It's a beautiful NFT, of course, but we can't tell you how much it's worth. But what's the easiest thing to do is to ask yourself, okay, how much would I list this for on JPEG? And of course, there's some fanatics who be like, "Oh, my NFT isn't worth anything under 200,000 ADA." Then sure, you can keep fantasizing yourself. But if you're an actual reasonable person and you can understand reasonably how much your NFT is worth, then take that value and multiply it by 0.6, and that is the amount that you loan. Because you have to understand that you're not seeking to. This lending pond is not JPEG. You're not selling your NFT. You are asking for a loan on the NFT. So the lender always has to over collateralize. They have to be paying giving you less than the asset is worth, because that gives them a safety net. So if you want your loan to be accepted, take the value of your NFT and multiply by anywhere between 0.5 and 0.6. The shorter your loan is, the larger decimal point you can multiply it by.
So I was explaining this to my wife last night, and the only way that she actually got it, I said, well, think about a bank when it lends you money to buy a house. It has a thing called an LVR. So it will loan you 80% of the house's value. And this is the same thing, but just in reverse, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's really the same thing. Like I'm only going to loan you 80% max of what you give me, and I don't do 80% collateralization unless it's a flash loan, aka 1 to 2 days. Once we get to a week, I'm not giving you more than 65, 70%.
Yeah.
And pretty much that's just the risk that everyone's going to take. We had a question in Discord that what happens if I give a loan against an NFT and then the floor price on it drops, and it goes lower than the loan amount for whatever reason. Sorry, my little one.
See,
Uh,
mommy's together.
um, so that is just up to your own risk, right? You're doing it your own risk. You have to come up with the terms that you are comfortable with and put it at a percentage that you believe that you'll get out of it, right?
Exactly. And although we understand it's a little bit difficult to do this right now because borrowers are setting the terms, the moment version 2 comes out, as a lender, you're going to be like, okay, I see that ape, and maybe that ape is worth 5K, so he should be asking for around 2,700. He's asking for 35. It's a bit much. I'll counter offer him. I'll offer him 25,000, and I'll charge him 7% for a week. And then the borrower will be like, hey, someone made a counter offer, and they can look at it and be like, okay, sure, it's not what I wanted. When does anyone get exactly what they want? I'll take the loan. So that is just a really, really complex smart contract with a lot of variables in it. So if we wanted the MVP to be released anytime soon, it wouldn't be able to include that. But the moment this thing is finalized, which it is, we're already working on version 2. So that type of functionality will be available in the near future.
Fire. Go
Awesome.
ahead,
Thank you
man.
for
After
that.
that, or you're never going to get your shot, my brother.
Yes, go ahead. And if anybody is not going to ask any more questions, we have more requests coming up. So please go ahead and drop down so we can let other people up to speak if you're finished for the moment. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Chronic. Hey, Chrissy. Stock Trade. Thank you guys for bringing me up to ask a question or two here. Shout out to the TAS team and community. I was actually shocked when I get into the room. There's a lot of apes, so that's a strong community for sure. So shout out to you guys. So question for you, Landing Pond. So you touched out a little bit on the lending part. So I was curious, how do you guys define or validate kind of like the asset against which we want to like get a lending on based on the market value? Do you guys do it like kind of like a manual evaluation, or is this kind of automated? Because I have a concern here, is that, which is actually quite a challenge, is I want to be able to have it like almost real time lending, right? When I need to take a loan on my NFT, I want to be able to do it like at 1 a.m. I want to be able to do it like during the weekend and have it like almost like super fast in order to, for example, go and like snipe an NFT that I'm like super excited about, right? Otherwise, I'm going to lose the deal. How does this work from your side of things?
Sorry, I thought I was not muted. I really guess that the answer to that is it's as close to JPEG as possible. If you really need to sell something, list it on JPEG and hope that someone buys it. Just as like a personal note to you, if there's ever something that you really, really need to get a lend and you put it up on Lending Pond and maybe it's just a weird time and they can't really see you or there's not that much volume on it, then you can make a ticket in the Lending Pond server and tag me. I sleep like 5 hours a day now, so unless you catch me at like 3 a.m., then I'm sorry I can't help you. But any other time, I'm sure we can do a manual loan. That's not ideal, of course. I think that's the whole point why we created smart contracts, but that offer does stand. But my answer is it's as similar as JPEG. The better loan conditions you offer as a borrower, the quicker your offer will be accepted. Honestly, like everyone right now is just listing at 5%. And if you look at Solana the yaw, which is Solana's version, or NFTFi, those interest rates are crazy. Pond's interest rates are so low. Like, people on yaw are paying 20% on Solana for an interest rate. So, not to say that you need to pay that much, but I'm just saying a simple 0.5% difference is going to make you so much more appealing to everybody. And especially with Cardano, it's not that drastic of a difference. So if you need something quick, make an actual good offer as a borrower, and it will get accepted quick.
So it has to go through you, right? That's what I'm understanding.
Oh, actually, not through lendingpond itself. So it's a peer accepted, because we're not liable. It's peer to peer. For example,
Sorry, y'all. Freaking rugged. Were you speaking on any question that when we rugged? Would you like to? Do you remember your thought?
Yeah, it was about like the lending mechanism, right? Where lending pond was explaining that it's literally the same as a marketplace, right? It's like open market pretty much. If you want to get a loan as fast as possible, you just ask for a reasonable amount of ADA, and the taker for your offer would obviously like accept it. So, yeah, my understanding is like it's a pure peer-to-peer like situation where there's no control, no validation from the platform itself. The platform is just making a connection between the lender and the borrower, pretty much.
exactly. We're about as involved as JPEG is. We're just there to provide the service and to allow people to make ADA.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Fire. Let's go, Ferry King. Your turn, my brother.
Great. I hope you guys can hear me. I just wanted to say hello, everyone from the Ape Society. I'm so grateful to be part of this project. I know so many of you are too, just by the community I've dealt with over the last few weeks. This is one of the first NFTs I've bought, excuse me. And I'm just so grateful to, be in this project so early. And I just think there's so much ahead of us, especially, with the recent announcement of Lending Pond. I mean, I had a straight up epiphany last night, like just going through the motions in my mind of how big this is going to be for just everyone. And, it's just a huge, huge collaboration. So thank you so much to Ape Society and Lending Pond both for getting this organized. And I just have one quick question to Lending Pond. If the parameters on lending are ever going to be expanded. I know like the maximum loan time is like 4 weeks right now, I believe. And I was just going to ask if like that parameter specifically was going to ever be expanded. I'm sorry if you already touched on this, but yeah,
No,
that's my only question.
yeah, no problem at all. So we don't have that many loan parameters right now. The only ones that are in place are kind of just to keep sure that the TX model of the entire thing works. So the minimum loan value that's possible to ensure that the smart contracts work is 70 ADA. And the maximum loan value, which could technically be anything, but I don't think, unless someone asks me that they want to do more than a 500,000 ADA loan, I'm not going to increase that value. And then other parameters that we have, the duration of the loans. Sure, if anyone asks me that, I think the main problem there is borrowers would love a 6-month ADA loan, but I don't think many lenders really want to finance over 4 weeks. So unless there is demand for an increase in that category, we aren't. But somebody in the chat today made a really excellent suggestion, is to sometimes people don't know exactly when they want to pay back their loan. So version 2 will have a model that allows you to pay interest per week. So there would be like a higher interest as the weeks accumulate, and then at the end of week 4 you'll default. But you'd be like, okay, I'm sure I can pay back in a month, I'm not sure when, and I'll just pay interest per the week. So that's a function that we're going to have. And as for loan interest rates, once version 2 comes out and we can allow lenders to counter offer to borrowers, then we're going to up the interest rate. So there'll be a minimum of 4%. Minimum of 4%, because any lower won't allow lenders to profit, and a maximum of however much percent you want to counteroffer. So I'm sure that allowing that counteroffer ability will keep the balance relatively stable. But yeah, we are going to extend parameters in the future. I understand it's kind of closed right now, but do understand that there is no other platform that you can be doing this on right now.
Great. Thank you so much for just nailing it on the cross for me. Like, that was more than I expected. And you're so awesome. And I'm so grateful to have found this project too. So thank you so much to everyone again. And I'm gonna drop out of here. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
No problem. Thank you so
you're
much.
Thank
very
you, Fairy
impressive.
King.
You're very
That was
impressive,
great.
man. I'm not gonna lie. 4K crypto, then Tao.
What's good, guys? It's 4K. Can you guys all hear me good?
Yep.
Good to go. Awesome. So I have a question. This is more for the devs side of things. Obviously Cardano ecosystem is still really new. We're still really early. So I was wondering, like, devs, what is your guys' background as far as coding, programming, or engineering? Curious to know, like, what you guys were working on before this. And also, like, what if there was ever an exploit in the contract, or if there was a bug and funds were stolen, NFTs were stolen? Like, what is the insurance on that, or is there any insurance on any exploits or bugs? So happy to hear from you guys.
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have had. So I'm actually not the main dev behind the project. Our main dev is, it is 12:33 a.m. for him, so he is sleeping. But I can tell you that, one, Haskell devs are rare. Two, good Haskell devs are even rarer, and actual capable Haskell devs that can do what we initially asked around 6 different devs to do are almost non-existent. We found 6 devs, and we asked them all individually. We had a document explaining the exact order of how the contracts would work verbally, and then if they were confident they could make a platform, and all of them were like, hell no, sir, you can, good luck if you find anyone who can make that. So our dev, I actually have to communicate with him to see if he wants to be super public. We do know that he is in the Discord helping with any support tickets that are made, but he is, I can tell you, his resume is extremely impressive. He is a very responsible dev, and to have being worked with, like, to be working with him, like, across the world, I've never been so comfortable and so confident in somebody. He always delivers on time. He's super knowledgeable. He is involved with Dropshop. If any of you are familiar with that platform, they help people create and market NFTs. So he's been dealing with smart contracts for quite a bit, and he has quite a bit of experience with back end as well as front end. So he's a full stack developer, and he puts a lot of investor confidence into LendingPond, and to kind of transition into, like, what would happen if there was an exploit. I think what we were doing is, if any of you are aware of Project Catalyst, we are going to be making several Project Catalyst proposals in which funds will be going toward getting an audit. And if anybody knows someone who will give me an audit that's not over 250 ADA, please let me know, because our smart contracts are pre-developed to the point where people are asking for $250,000 ADA, which is expensive for a smart contracts audit. But we do deem it necessary because we want to have as much investor confidence as possible. We have had other developers do an unofficial audit of it, as in they're not an official auditing service, and they're not going to tweet and say, hey, we gave them an audit. But we've done 4 separate individual audits, and all of those have come back positive. But the moment we have the funds from Project Catalyst to fund a public and professional audit, we're going to be doing that as well, to make sure that there are no vulnerabilities.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the info there. And I think you might have answered this already, but this current version has been audited already, right? And is the code open source? Is that something other people can have a look at as well?
As for now, the code is not open source. What we are debating, though, is if we were to release version 2, whether to make version 1 open source or not. So that is a possibility, because, I mean, we do love our community. We want people to see what we're doing. But As of now, the code is not open source. If version 2 is launched, then version 1 might become open source and available to the public to see and interact with.
Okay, awesome. And then I'm not sure if I caught this, but so if let's just say my ape was stolen or compromised, there's currently like no reimbursement or anything like that, right?
Yeah, so that lendingpond isn't liable if like you default on your loan, if you I mean, at this point we've tried really, really hard to try to scam our own system, and we've had people also test on testnet and mainnet before mainnet was launched to break it in as many ways as possible. So currently, and of course no one's ever aware, we're not admitting that we're perfect, but we're not aware of any ways in which you can exploit the system, because you can only add verified policy IDs. The amount of ADA is the amount of ADA that you asked for, and it's not like JPEG where if you misclick and you meant to put 20,000 ADA and you put 2,000 ADA and someone buys it in 2 seconds and you're screwed. It's a loan, you can always pay it back and you can get your NFT back. So it's kind of hard to get screwed over on lendingpond. The only way you can get screwed over is if you're not practicing safe lending practices and you accept a loan that's completely overvalued. But other than that, unless you pay back your loan, you're going to be getting your NFT back, because there's no actual way for anyone to steal that NFT because it's sitting in a smart contract bubble.
Awesome, thank you.
Great answers. Go ahead, Tal.
Man, you're impressive.
He's very impressive, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie,
fuck
dude.
me, man. Why the fuck I sold my apes now? But never mind. This gonna drive the price like insane. What's prevent from you to go to other channels? Like, of course, I'm a Clay fan, so Clay Nation, Yummies. Why you limited yourself right now? There is a reason for it. You cannot handle. Why? That's my biggest question, because it seems like your platform is the real deal for NFT lendings.
It is, and we reached out to other blue chip platforms, and we had to choose. There were at least 4 other platforms, and I don't want to name them because that's kind of rude to publicly say we didn't want your holders to be able to lend, because I don't want to do that. But we had to say no to people. We had to say, I'm sorry, we understand your interest in the platform. We want you to be able to lend, but in order to keep the balance between borrowers and lenders, we are going to have to at least defer you for now. If the platform starts to skyrocket and deal and we have the balance between borrowers and lenders is broken and we need to add more lenders, then we have a long list of people that we need to choose from. But yeah, so that's kind of what it is. We had to say no to a lot of projects, and other projects were like, oh no. In the beginning stage, we're like, oh no, we don't want to partner with you because like we're not sure how developed we're going to be. So they're definitely regretting that now. But there are other projects where we had to say no. So we can't choose everyone because
Look,
otherwise
that's
it's
a smart.
chaos.
That's a smart move, right? I mean, look, I'm not sure if anybody on this call has ever built a startup with a two-sided marketplace, which is what you're building, right? It's complicated, right? Because you've got to find a balance between both sides of the market. It's no good having massive numbers of NFTs on one side and no borrowers, right? So you have to step it up over time. And I think what you've done is awesome. It's exactly what you have to do, right? Keep it small, keep it discreet, so that you can get both sides balanced. And then over time, I'm assuming you're going to bring more projects into the mix.
Yeah, because initially we had to ask, like, oh, how many holders do you have? How spread out is your holder to total NFT supply ratio? How well is that? Apes is a wonderful one. I mean, no offense to other projects, but some projects have quite a scary holder to total asset ratio, which we don't want. We want as many holders in our project as possible because we want to give that utility to as many wallets as possible. So yeah, down the line, we will expand to more projects because this is just the beginning. If you look at other chains, and Cardano can't be behind, but in terms of this, we are behind. ETH already has a massive NFT lending platform. Solana just launched theirs, and theirs is off the roof. And I mean, in the first day, we did 25,000 volume in loans, so I would say that's pretty successful. But it's
Absolutely.
Can I ask the last one before I leave, because I will hear, but I cannot really talk no more. My last question is, how do you protect the little guy? And I talked about it numerous places, and Chronic know my point of view. Yeah, people that have a lot of NFTs can maneuver and do whatever they want, but how do you educate the little people not to fuck themselves up? Because this is gonna be an easy road for people to lose their NFTs.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is that we don't benefit from people making stupid decisions. Whether you make a smart loan or do a smart borrow, we benefit the same. So if you think about the next chain down that link, then how do we make ourselves benefit? We have to have as good of a user experience as possible. How do you have a good user experience? People who use the platform do the entire cycle and are happy with what comes out. Not like, oh my gosh, the stupid lending pond stole my NFT. When in reality, we never touched your NFT. So what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, and we're looking for YouTubers to collaborate. We have quite a bit of partner YouTubers. We're looking for a single one to collaborate, and we're going to make a series safe lending and borrowing practices. And the instant lesson is take how much your NFT is worth in your head and how much you list it on JPEG Store,
Is he Regan? For anyone else?
multiply by 0.6 and pay
Yeah.
rate that's actually reasonable.
You're rugging a little bit if you want to move around Lending Pond.
Let me see. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of robotic. Try again, my brother, because I kind of hear you and you're making sense, but it was rugging a little bit. You were kind of stuck in the blockchain.
Is this better?
Yes. Well, are you guys?
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
man.
can.
You're good, man.
Perfect. Let him drop. He probably drop and come back right quickly. Yeah, it's cool.
I got a
So
couple
happens to
questions.
everybody, dude. Yeah, absolutely. There he is. Perfect. Yeah, he knows how the game works. Perfect. Guess who's back? All right, back again. All right, brother, you back up.
Let's try this again. Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better.
Sorry. Let me know where I started rugging so then I can kind of backtrack a little
It,
bit.
it was around when you started talking about the YouTube efforts.
Yeah, pretty much exactly.
Thank you, Cloud.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, no. So what I was saying is that we are looking to partner with a YouTube channel to create a series on safe lending and borrowing practices, because we don't benefit from people making mistakes or bad decisions on the platform. So what we want is to have people as knowledgeable about this series as possible. So we're going to be creating a kind of a YouTube course, and also on version 2 of Lending Pond, or actually before, since this isn't a major update, but we're going to have just a little tiny click through course as to educate someone on how to make a proper borrow or lending experience. So it's going to have a picture like, oh, this NFT is worth 1,300 ADA. How much should you borrow for it? On the lending side, this NFT is worth 2,000 ADA. What is the maximum amount of ADA you should loan on this NFT? So the only way that Lending Pond benefits is by having people make smart decisions. So we're really seeking to push in the education space to make sure that people are making smart decisions regarding loaning.
I love it. Let's go with Crypto Mike. You up, my man?
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Real happy to be here. Minted my first 3 during mint, and obviously, and just been watching it grow since. So I'm super excited. I got a couple of questions though. I kind of know the answers, but I wanted to ask. So I have 3 apes in one wallet. and I hear that I'm only going to be able to get one cabin during the whitelist. Is that right?
Well, yeah, they're
Well,
gonna
minimum guaranteed one. You're guaranteed one cabin, but if you
they're
got
gonna
three, you could get three. You could get two.
right. They're gonna talk
Oh,
more
okay.
about it tomorrow, brother. Right, Carbon?
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. But don't worry about
Okay.
cabins for now. Let's stick to lending pool stuff.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I hate bringing up the next question, and I'll be out. So royal advisors, or I guess the nobles are going to get the chateau, right? I was just throwing it out there. Thought royal advisors are pretty elite too. Didn't know if there was able to throw in an option for them to get the chateau, or at least an estate. But I wanted to get that idea out there.
Right now, it's just the nobles. Like we had that out for we've had that out for like quite some time, probably like a month ago or so. But other people can still randomly get a chateau. It's just
Okay.
guaranteed for the nobles.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all I was asking, and that's it. I'll let someone else take the reign.
Sure, thanks.
Thanks.
Do you have the ratio of those, Matassa, for the three sizes?
You mean you mean how many there is? There are like
Yeah, like percentage,
um
small, medium, large.
I guess I can say that, Carmen, right? I guess I can. So it's so for this 6,000 small, 3,000 medium, and 1,000 large. Is that like cottage, state, and chateaus? That order.
Awesome. Great. Thank you.
So yeah,
Yo,
I think that's the first time we say that, but I can touch that tomorrow as well. Like to make it official.
thank you, brother. That's
Well,
what's
thank you
up.
for that alpha
I
drop.
guess no. I guess we. To be honest, I think we missed in this last announcement. So yeah, it's just delayed alpha. It's not real alpha.
It's
But
still
yeah,
alpha.
it still is.
You
Still
heard
is.
it here first, and
Yeah.
that's what's up. And then, are you guys gonna allow us to lend out our cabins, or just apes for now? If we needed to use our cabins for collateral.
Yeah, so I think that mainly depends on what the value of cabin chateaus are going to be worth, because we've already had people do over 1,008 alone on a clay estate, both large and small, very creatively named. Thank you, Clay. And but yeah, digital land metaverse plots are definitely collateral. They're actually my favorite to deal with because they tend to be the least volatile in my personal opinion, because those are relatively stable as compared to NFT projects that can fluctuate quite a bit in a 1 to 4 week period. But yeah, those are totally, as soon as those are out, and we can add policy ID to them, and they're going to be on the verified collateral list.
Awesome. Go ahead. I pick Bitcoin.
Hey guys, thanks again. This one is for lendingpond. So I want to look at it from a securities perspective. If I want to short an NFT, I would want people that are looking to put up NFTs at a high premium, right? Because I may want to go and tell them that I'm going to charge you 100% to lend money against you, because I know that I'm collateralized and secured. If I lend you that money and I expect your NFT to decrease in value, I'm going to make up for what my expectation to decrease in value is based on my calculation. So I think that for me, I would want to have as many NFTs on your platform as possible, because you're going to get buyers and sellers, and those that are looking to make a gain from NFT projects that are definitely not as good as the Ape Society. And there's a lot that we see as investors that are only going to go down in value. But if I can capture the return in the APY, I'm going to lend to that person if I'm going to charge him 100% on an APY yearly, which comes down to about an 8.3% non-compounded monthly return. So I personally would want to have as many NFTs possible and let me set my term as an investor, because I'm not going to name any NFTs that are on Cardano, but there's a lot that are pretty much not worth what they are right now in the market. And I would gladly lend at 100% or 200% yearly rate, which would come down to about 8 to 15% monthly rate.
Yeah, well, congratulations on finding the alpha yourself. There was a tweet saying, "I wish there was a way to short NFTs," and our team all looked at it and smiled because that's exactly how you do it. Because there is no other option, and it is an option. That is a way to capitalize on a project that you are quite confident will decrease in value over the course of the CNFT cycle. So that you're exactly correct.
Right, but is that going to be available on your platform where I can lend to somebody who has, X NFT that I think is not worth where it is, and I can charge them 200% yearly, which would come down to about 15% a month, but they think it's a good deal, right? I know what that alpha is, and I would gladly take their NFT because I'm going to get it and I'll be able to flip it in the open market based on the floor price.
Exactly. So that is going to be available in version 2.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe I didn't frame it accurately.
No, because the only reason why I said is because that's almost possible on Lending Pond right now. Actually, if there's a project that you don't have all that much faith in, you can capitalize off of that.
No, but I thought you said you only have 3 projects that you're allowing to be on there, right? So I wouldn't be able to go.
I think there you misunderstood. Any project, basically any project, can be listed as collateral. Only 3 projects can lend ADA.
And am I able to adjust the APY to what I want as the lender?
See, that's where version 2 comes in.
Okay.
Right now, the borrowers are setting the interest rates. And I know it doesn't sound ideal because all the borrowers are going to be like, I want the lowest interest rate possible. But once version 2 comes out, because to give the lender the offer to lender the ability to charge interest is technically a counter offer, and it's an entire smart contract nightmare. So a lot of people have raised hands right now, so I'll stop. But yeah, it's going to be possible to do exactly what you're saying.
Okay, and lastly, the APY that you have on your website right now, that's a yearly APY that you expect. Is that correct, or is that actually the APY for 1 month period?
APY. That's the APY for the duration of the loan. So Acronym DAO is actually doing custom manual loans, and then we had lending partners who provided liquidity to big loans that we couldn't do. There was someone who did a 30,000 ADA loan on a dead pixel collateral to mint more dead pixels. So it's definitely the possibility. And what happens is when we calculated the average interest rate over the average loan duration, it comes out to about 220% APY. That's if you're just compounding. So naturally, it's going to be a little lower. So I would suggest to aim for about 150 to 200% APY on ADA. This isn't on some other token that we made. This is just an APY on ADA. So yeah, that's why we're excited about the lending feature on Lending Pond.
All right, perfect. That's what's up, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, who was up? Tommy, Timmy, or Meta Broker, or Cloud? Who was up, man? I'm sorry, bro.
I think Cloud raised, and then me, and then 2 more jumped in.
Perfect. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
Hey guys, I just wanted to. I think Fairy already asked my question, but one thing I was just going to chime in on was I don't know if you're going to include the first space Chronic, but I heard a little bit of tax advice. So just a caveat and put a note on your YouTube video that there's, because one thing I know is, and I can speak for the UK, is they're messing with the rules now where technically, like if I was to go and put collateral in even just Aave, they want to go and make that a taxable event, meaning you've just sold and you don't even own that anymore. So I'm assuming the same could be done for NFTs. So I know you guys were speaking about just the US, but as anyone can use this platform, I think it might be worth throwing that in there. But as far as the product, guys, I'm really impressed with both Lending and Acronym DAO. When you were saying about the Catalyst funding round, just make sure you let us know when you guys go for that, and we can make sure that apes are using their ADA to vote to make sure that gets pushed through, because they're getting the product properly insured sounds like a win-win for us as well. And then any apes listening, we've got a proposal coming down the pipe that would allow the Treasury wallet to be used for Catalyst funding voting as well. So make sure when that comes, you give it a good read and hopefully a vote. But yeah, my question was already answered anyway, so appreciate all the work, guys. Well done, 841 on partnering with the lending guys as well. It was a really good win.
Appreciate you, Cloud. That's what's up, man. Awesome.
Thank you, Cloud. We really appreciate it because you're right. I mean, we only can speak on the US side of things, and we really appreciate when someone can come in and help give other perspectives for other countries. We're not the only ones. You know, this is worldwide. So anyone who could throw
Yeah.
in knowledge for that, we really appreciate, and people need to hear it. Thanks for that.
Yeah, the rules are crazy in every country. Be careful, guys, because you make one move these days on when you just do any transaction, without knowing it, you've got to pay someone something. So be careful.
Yes, yes. Good advice. All right, whoever was next, go ahead.
It was Tommy, I believe. We're gonna go Tommy,
Oh,
Timmy, and then Meta. If not, you guys can work it out. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna pay attention from now on. Everybody gonna get their questions answered. Thank you. What up, Tommy?
what's going on, Chronic, Christy, everybody, Ape Society, Lending Pool? How you guys doing?
Hey, Tommy, thanks for coming
Good,
on.
man.
Great, brother.
Good. Well, I appreciate you guys hosting this space, Chronic. Thanks for messaging me on the side. I know we're getting a chance to talk with you guys about Ape Society here shortly. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for pretty much being the reason I jumped in Ape Society. So it's cool to see what's happening right now, and Lending Pool jumping on with you guys. I think it's really awesome. But I had a question for Lending Pool over here as well. I think I missed a message from you a while back too, by the way. My bad on that. For us, basically, my biggest thing with people, especially getting in, is I've had friends who have gotten, randomly minted really good NFTs before, and then they have no liquidity, pretty much, like you said, to invest in further stuff and jump in some new projects. So I think what you guys are doing gives that opportunity for people to be able to do that, and I think that's an awesome move. What I wanted to ask, though, is I don't know if it's been asked already or if I missed that, was how do you guys determine the value? Again, is it a user guess and you guys are taking that 0.6 on top of that, or how are you guys valuing that?
Yeah, so this is the most frequent question. So I'm gonna make sure that this gets thrown up onto the frequently asked questions on our website. But the end value is we tell you how much to price your NFT just as much as JPEG does, in which there is an empty box with 4 zeros in it, and you type in it. So the valuation of the NFT is completely up to you. It's up to your decision because we are not financial advisors. We're not financial advisors. We're not going to tell you how much the NFT is worth. Other platforms like Paribus are just going to determine the value for you. And to be honest, that complicated algorithm is going to be something as simple as take floor price and divide by 2, and that's your loan value. And we don't. Sure, that's easy. That'd be really easy, and no one would have to ask any questions as to how much is my NFT worth. But then you're going to have a floor NFT and a really rare NFT be evaluated exactly the same as such an algorithm. So we want to give that power back to the users. It's P2P. You guys have to decide, and there has to be smart decisions made on both sides for it to work. But it will work, and it has been working. We've done over like 14 loans in 24 hours, and most of them happened when America was sleeping. So that's all EU activity. So thank you guys for that. But it's a great question, and thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate you answering, and yeah, it's something that we would love to spread news to other people as well. And then one quick other thing, just so I'm on the same page with you guys, is that once we value at NFT and you guys accept that, whatever that price is and multiply it by the 60%, lend that out. We have a up to 4-week loan period. It sounds like from what you guys are saying, and then from there it's just paying back the interest, and then otherwise, if we default, the NFT goes back to you guys.
The NFT
You
would
got
go
it
to the
99%
peer.
correct, except for the first little part where you say you value and we multiply by 0.6. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll
Got it. Okay.
You got most of it, but that we're multiplying by 0.6. That's your job. You have to understand that you cannot ask for a loan that is equivalent to the value of your NFT. That's called selling your NFT, and you're not. You're taking a loan on it. So when you refi your house, you're not taking the entire value of it. You have to have equity in that house. So you have to leave equity in that NFT. So the second question, or the second thing that you can understand, is if loan defaults, the person with lending the ADA has a little button, the active loans, when the timer gets to 0, it switches and it adds a little green button called claim collateral. And speaking on the kind of, and it will stay in the smart contracts technically indefinitely until you decide to claim the collateral, and then it will send it.
Got it. Okay. And that button doesn't appear until the actual time lending period's over.
Yep. So it's not like the lender can steal the NFT and run away with it. It's the lender has no access to the NFT until the borrower defaults on the loan.
Got it. Perfect. Cool. Well, I appreciate that. And we really love what you guys are doing. And hopefully love to get a chance to chat with you guys one day.
So pretty much really quick,
Great
bouncing
question, Steve.
off of that question, you're pretty much just the smart contract middleman for two people who are making a decision on doing their own loan with their own NFTs. You are not like a marketplace who is giving, floor price. You're not going to help anyone with how much their NFTs are worth. You're just providing the smart contracts in the middle.
Yes, and they get the 2% fee.
Yeah, I think it's a little more than that, because like if you look at JPEG Store, so many people are frustrated because they don't bother to spend a little bit of the 2.4 million ADA they've made in the past 6 months to include ranking and floor price on the NFT listing. So we haven't made anywhere near that much, but that's definitely going to be included on version 2. So we're going to help you. We're going to allow you to make sure the policy ID is right there. You're not going to have to go from JPEG Store to OpenCNFT.io, make sure the policy ID is the same, and then click the copy and paste the number, and then go back to OpenCNFT and see how much the ranking is and check the traits. Like, just try to put it all in one thing, please. Like, someone do the entire world a favor. So
Yep.
we're going to be offering that service, but we're not going to be telling you what to do. We can lead you to water, but we can't make you drink.
Okay, perfect. Good deal. I just wanted that to be clarified because that seemed to be coming up in the questions a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I say something small before I leave again? Because I'm working, just small. Hey guys, your NFTs are not the floor price. Your NFTs is 5 to 10% below floor price. If you want to liquidate it, you need to go below floor. So you need to understand 60%, it's basically 50%. If you want to get rid of your NFT right now, you're going to need to go below floor price, guys.
But the thing is, Tal, he's not. It's peer to peer. It's what you value NFT, and it's basically like a glorified trade, bro. You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
but usually the lender is not a sucker; it's the opposite.
well, I mean, it's got to be two individuals that's gonna, agree upon something, and and then that's what happens, right? I mean, that's just how it is. It's a trade, but they're just getting access to the loan. I mean, they're getting 2%. So, I mean,
we had a real smart individual who came in a couple of days ago with a clination easily worth $5K, and he came in and said, "Hi, I need a 2-day loan, and all I want is 500 ADA." And we were like, "Okay, just to let you know, you can finance up to 2,600 ADA if you want, or 1,700 ADA." And he goes, "No, I just need 500. So think about it as a way to pull liquidity out of your NFT. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to pull as much as you can. It's a way for you. It's like your own personal liquidity pool, and each NFT has that utility.
it's like your own HELOC.
Yeah.
It's your home equity line of credit, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. It's like having your house as an ATM machine, man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you go into the market, you massively give a discount on your NFT value. People are going to loan you money, right? Just to and hope that you default. Now, if you're smart and you know you can pay it back, then you get your NFT back and you get the liquidity in the short term. I mean, that's really the principle.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. What up, Timmy? Your turn, my brother.
Yo, hey, how's it going, my dude? So good to see you here. Good to see you, Landing Pond and Ape Society. Love to see you, Matassa, Carmen.
Hey, Timmy.
My question might be super. Hey, Chrissy. You feeling better? I know you were a little bit sick for a bit there, but it sounds like you might be better.
Much better. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Nice. Love to hear it. I'll be super quick. I joined late, so this might have already been answered. But if you can mute your mic, Meta. I guess my question is just, um, do the lenders have any data on the loan payback performance of the borrowers? Is there any way, like, I can see, like, if this borrower tends to default or not?
Yeah, so that is a good question, which we haven't asked. Nice to see you here, Timmy. Nice to have you a partner. And if you haven't looked, you're up on that partners page. So we have your beautiful blue cat there. And we're honestly debating it. It's going to be a vote because some people like having the profile thing in JPEG Store, but other people don't. Like there is a benefit to having trustless peer-to-peer interactions. So if anything, you can look at the overall tendencies of borrowers and what they can, how often they default, how often they don't, which isn't, I mean, honestly, if there's a super high default rate, that should be good for lenders because as a lender, you should always be benefiting more on a default than you should gaining the actual interest. I'm not saying that you, like, every night before you go to bed, you say, I really, really pray that Cardman defaulted a really, really nice ape and I get it for an absolutely steal price. But you should always be at a better place if the borrower defaults as compared
that's
to
what I'm
lending.
thinking. And actually, here's what I'm thinking is, like, if I'm the borrower and let's say I have bad history, or like I want to keep my borrowing history a secret, it's easy for me to create another wallet, right? There's no KYC, so I
Yeah.
can do that. But on the other hand, if I have really good performance and I want to make it public, like, I just will keep using that wallet. And so I feel like you can have the best of both worlds by servicing that data on the platform, so that people that want to show their history can do it, but then other people can just make a new wallet.
Yeah, so I mean, at that point, a perfect history, everyone gets a perfect history because either if you have a horrible history, you make a new wallet and then you have a perfect history all over again, or you have a genuine good history. And I'm sure, of course, there's more loan data to show that. But I mean, yes, there are pros and cons to KYC. Right now, there is no KYC. That's how most of crypto is, and we don't really plan on changing that. But we are trying to have there be more analytics for people to look and understand because I do think that is important. I'm a pro of that, to have more data for you to understand, to look at more numbers, and to be like, hey, let me look at the lenders on this side of the platform. Are they really making money? Is it working out for them? Or is this kind of like just more of a hassle than it's worth?
Nice. Love it. Thank you. See you guys.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
That
Timmy. Great
that was
question.
a good question, Timmy. Yeah, I was kind of curious on that as well. So if you go ahead and if you could just make yourself still anonymous or have an account on there, but you wanted a percentage of your sales or your, a score to be shown, like this buyer has X amount percentage plus 13 loans, that are all positive, or negative 12 loans that have all been negative. Can you do something like that, like kind of off of what Timmy was saying, but still keep it anonymous if people didn't want to get a new wallet open and have to start over again if they want to show that good history?
Yeah, that's actually something really cool that we haven't really considered, and it would be quite a bit of data and tracking to individuals because in the end you would need profiles on each person in at least the back end, and then you would only be showing certain parts in the front end. But that if that's something that the community wants and it's something that people say like, hey, it's going to make our user experience better, then it'll be there. I think that's the way that we need to function here as Lending Pond.
If someone defaulting, I will be glad to take all the defaults. I don't mind.
I love you,
That's
Tao.
awesome. Meta Broker, your turn, my brother. Sorry about that.
All good. How's everyone doing today? Thank you, Chronic. Thank you, Chrissy, for hosting the space.
Hey, Meta.
Hello. Thank you, Panzerati, Matassa, Cardman. You guys are rock stars. I cannot believe how much you guys have been able to accomplish so quickly. So congratulations, and you guys should be extremely proud of yourselves. Lending Pond. I am blown away that you were able to come to market so quickly with something so robust. I have not had an opportunity to look at the actual user interface as of yet. I just kind of saw the screenshots. But as of right now, the way I understand it, there is a smart contract time constraint, or in other words, if it's a 4-week term for the loan, the lender cannot make a prepayment or payment prior to the end of the term. Or in other words, is there any type of prepayment penalty, or can they make the payment back sooner, including the interest, to wrap up the loan? Or is the smart contract in place currently limiting that constraint and ultimately requiring you need to go the full length of the 4 weeks? And kind of a two-part, if it's not available currently, because I'm more interested on being like the lending side, if I'm going to be able to establish smart contracts or customize those smart contracts to essentially designate whether or not there would be a prepayment penalty or not. And then, any other terms that I might be able to customize within the thresholds of your guys' interface.
Prepayment penalties suck. There are no prepayment penalties. If you took a 4-week loan and you paid it off in 24 hours, then good for you, sir.
With full interest, correct?
With full interest. The only thing that we don't have is it's like a partial payment system, which I think is weird, and I don't think anyone need to include. But no, you could I'm just saying, if you got the ADA from the loan, minted something, flipped it, and you have the ADA ready to pay back in 4 hours, and pay it back in 4 hours. Get your NFT back. Do it again.
Perfect. That's what I was at. Thank you.
Love that, brother. That's what's up. What's up, Panzerati? How we doing, brother? Everything good? Let's see, man. Anybody else? I'm just bringing one more Loy real quick. What's up, Loy? Welcome to the stage, brother. Do you have a question for Lending Pond?
Yo, I had a quick question, Chronic, while we were waiting.
Absolutely, Tommy. Go ahead, bro.
For Lending Pond, did you guys already say it? What is the fee for interest, or is that set between you guys when that happens?
Yeah, so we take a 2% fee before interest is calculated. So we take a 2% fee on the principal. So if you have a 100 ADA loan, the lender sends 102 ADA. The smart contract gives 100 ADA to the borrower and sends 100 ADA back to the dev team. Oh, it sends 2 ADA. My bad.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it. I'm sitting there calculating some stuff in my head, so I definitely want to utilize this and try this out here soon. So thank you.
No problem.
Absolutely. And Tommy, I don't know if you heard, at this moment, it's only Ape Society and Lazy Llamas. So I didn't, just a heads up on that.
Good thing we got ourselves an Ape Society.
For sure. I got them both, so I'm grateful for sure. Lloyd, what's up, my brother? You want to ask any questions?
Yes, guys, thank you so much for taking my question. I have one quick question. If I were to borrow using my Ape Society, would I still be eligible for the society token drops?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's the most simple way to think about Lending Pond is a smart contracts marketplace that has much more functionality than a buy and sell marketplace. So the answer is no. Like, if you list on JPEG, then you're not going to get airdrops. So I think that's important to coordinate. And I mean, it's not a kill factor to look how many people are listing on JPEG, but yeah, if there's an airdrop that is coming up, the Ape Society's snapshot is on the 22nd, right? So I mean, don't list then. Get your society tokens.
Yeah, so basically saying it's just like listing your apes, you know what I mean? So if it's out your wallet, you're not going to get that. Now, who would get that? Do you guys get it, or it's going to go to the loanee, the loaner, or the liquidity provider?
So we actually had one issue during the during manual loans in which Acronym DAO was doing a loan, and during the giveaway, when Clay Nation didn't sell, when everyone didn't mint clay pitches, there were some that they were giveaways, and those clays were entered into the giveaway, and we got back those plots. So I guess to sum it up, on the manual side, we're a little nicer because we have a little bit more control there. So we gave those plots back to the owners. On the lending side, if there's an airdrop that happens, then I'm not entirely sure whether it goes to us or the lender. I'm gonna say it's gonna go to the lending pond. But what's good, and what's actually want to encourage, since we have so many people here, if you want to get your stuff back, and we'll probably give it to you if you ask for it, just sign up with the loan verification bot. It's in our Discord. It's beautiful. The moment you get your ADA in the wallet, the loan verification bot sends you a custom message saying, this is the NFT you used, this is how much ADA you got, this is when it's due, and it's there in your Discord message. So especially for people who are doing flash loans and having their ADA due in 2 days, that's an essential service that we worked really hard on providing. And if you register with that, we have your address super easily. It's linked to your Discord account. So please do that. That's the most important thing you can do, regardless of whether you're borrowing or lending. It makes data tracking much, much easier.
Yeah, I just want to throw something on real quick there. I don't know if it'll be the same for you guys, but like for JPEG, when we run this snapshot and like it checks for the staking address or the receiving address, it tells us, like, it gives us a null response, so we don't include it in the calculation. But if you also send me like the contract address, I can exclude it from the snapshot, so that like if anybody does do it, you guys don't get those random tokens, and everybody else can get more tokens for the snapshot.
I'm doing it right now.
All right, awesome.
All right, so you heard it, and break that down. He just said if you are lending out your ape, you're not gonna get the society coin. They're gonna go to the more, to the apes that are not listed. Correct, Cardman?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, simple and easy. Just because layman's terms there. Perfect. That's what's up. Thank y'all. Love it. I love it. I love it. Rather than because I don't like when JPG gets like, whatever. I mean, it could be, part of your business plan in the future, and I wouldn't be mad at you, right? But like it really stinks that, the holders of the community, of the NFTs don't get the benefit of like Pavia drop and whatnot. So awesome, Carmen. I love that you just said that, and thank you over there for accommodating. It's fire. That's what's up. Yeah, man, I love this. Anybody else right quick with questions? Ponderati, anything? What's up, Brody? Anything? You got any questions? I'm sure you know it all. You've been
Do I have any questions?
I know you've been setting the deal. Just what's up? I wanted to hear you talk. I miss your voice.
Sorry, I'm just eating. I haven't eaten today.
Oh shoot! You wait every time to eat, bro. Your salad's gonna be cold like last time.
Not this time.
Gotcha, brother. Well, yeah, thank you for coming up, man, and I appreciate y'all for setting up. You have anything to add to anybody, to anything, or you straight?
Great work, guys. Great work. I have to say, man.
I have a quick question. For Lending Pond. Is there somewhere that we can go see what this is all about right now? I know you're saying there's a version 2 that's coming out. What is version 1, and how can we get to it?
I heard you. That was a good question. I'll give him a second. I'm glad you got headphones in and you can process everything. Cause shoot, you killing it with the questions. I'm slacking. Yeah, he's good. What's up, Landon? You good?
I was giving my super awesome answer, and then I realized I was muted. So
do it again.
It's okay. So easiest way is click on our profile picture in this AMA, and then just hit that. And it's simple to search up. You just search up lendingpond.app, and it's right there. So,
Perfect. Yeah. Hey, was he rugging? I think he's rugging right now.
Also,
right?
I wanted to drop some.
Yeah.
Can you go ahead? My bad, brother. All we heard was lendingpond.app. Like you rogged like a lot. You were stuck in the blockchain again, as my boy Daily likes to say. Yeah, he's dropped again. He's coming right back. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just us, because it sounded like he was giving some very good information. There he is. Perfect. All right.
This is not the jungle here, just to let everybody know. The
This
jungle will open later on today.
later on tonight, the jungle's open. This is
Can y'all hear me? Or am
recorded.
I still
Tal, don't.
rugging?
Hey, yeah, no, you're gonna be great right now. Tal, don't
Clapping
drop too
hands.
many
Hopefully that's
F-bombs right
better.
now, because this is going on YouTube, homie. This is going on YouTube. Don't drop too
So,
many F-bombs. I'm not
okay,
even
Okay.
monetized, bro. You're gonna
Oh
get me
my God.
demonetized of a monetization.
Okay, so you
All
can
right,
hear
for
me?
sure. Thank you. Now we good, my brother.
Okay, that's all
Loud and
I was looking
clear,
forward to.
like you had
Okay.
Verizon, like before you were born.
Yes, do that all over again, please.
For the third time. Okay. Lendingpond.app. Click on our profile picture. Please give us a follow, and that really helps. Actually, it helps us reach more people, and also join our Discord. And what's nice about the Discord is that we have a double verification bot system. So although Acronym, DAO, and Lending Pond are on the same Discord, if you go to the verification channel and you just press Lending Pond, then you'll only see Lending Pond notifications, and you won't be bothered by any of the Acronym DAO tags. Of course, if you want to join both, there's that too, but that's just an option that we worked hard to provide because we didn't want to be pinging people who are only interested in Lending Pond stuff with Acronym DAO stuff. And to add a little bit of a quick alpha to all of that, if y'all can still hear me, we've been talking about a big partnership that we have, which we got finalized. It was so big we had to sign an MOU with them. I had no idea what the hell an MOU was.
Nice.
But apparently it's a memorandum of understanding, so that's signed and done, and they're a really sweet exchange. So a bunch of really sweet people over there, and they have a massive Twitter following. So when that tweet goes out, it's going to go through the roof, but it's okay because we got Ape Society here first. So we're set for the moon. A lot of great things are going to happen, and just wanted to thank everybody here for allowing us to spend so much time on this space and answer all of your questions. And I'm glad the questions just kept coming and kept coming.
Oh, absolutely, man. You're an impressive young man, and you want to divulge like really quickly your background, bro, because it's so impressive. Like for real. Like how long have I know how old you are. People are not gonna believe it. Like when did you learn stuff, dude? At 7 years old, bro? Were you reading encyclopedias at birth, bro? What you were doing? How did you come up? Like where did you learn everything? Seriously, my man.
No,
Give us some background.
I finished the Merriam-Webster when I was 5, so a little earlier than 7. No joke there.
Wow.
But,
Oh, Jesus.
How long have you been learning Haskell?
So I actually haven't been learning Haskell that long, so I'm not the primary dev behind Lending Pond. I'm a little bit more familiar with HTML, CSS, a little bit of Java. So I'm kind of passionate about the UI and the front end of it. But as like my title within Lending Pond, we think CEO is overrated, so there is no CEO. I'm the COO, and we have a stock picker as a CFO. We have a marketing officer, and then Scene is our legal officer. But we're a great team. We're high school friends, born and raised together. We're like brothers from a different mother, and we make this work. So if any of y'all are wondering, I'm still 16. I'm the youngest of our group. The oldest one, Goose, he's 18 already, or he will be soon. So you can think I'm young, but I mean I've been answering y'all's difficult questions for quite a while, so I'm capable of things. So yeah, I have a background that I'm proud of. My mother is Uyghur. If any of you aren't familiar with the Uyghur people, they're an ethnic minority in China. They face a lot of oppression. A lot of people are in internment camps. So it's giving me a strong fight to show people that anybody can make a difference. And I know that sounds cliche, but I really do mean that. So although my uncles and aunties are stuck in concentration camps in China, I'm here making a difference, and I really do believe that. So I want to say thank you to everybody who gave us this opportunity
really change things. So thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your questions. And yeah, I'm really grateful. Just truly grateful.
Yo, thank you, man. And I see Goose down there. If you would like to come up, Goose, please come introduce yourself, brother. Please. I mean, everyone here deserves to. You deserve to be heard, right? Just like my man here. You're super impressive. If you don't want to, I understand. But shoot, man, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, like schooling people, like changing the world is right. So, you know, bless you and your family, bro. Like, you know, you're gonna live in the legend book, you know, in history books, man. And I love what you're doing. We've been talking about this for weeks now. You know, Stock Trade's been saying, you know, obviously this is gonna change the game. And we're so thankful that you know, Ape Society is the first. We're blessed. And man, what's going on, Goose? How we doing, my brother?
Oh, I was relegated.
Pleasure to have you,
Oh,
man.
sorry, I was relegated to speak. Yeah, I've been kind of just sitting right next to Evan this whole time, listening in, and we love your questions. And Evan kind of summed it up really well. I don't want to take anyone's time, but it's great to be here. It's definitely. We feel very, very small, but we feel very welcomed in this space. We're such a small part, but we want to make a big difference, and that's why we're here today. And we're so honored to have this opportunity here. And so, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Thank you, guys.
Yo, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Love to hear from you. And you and Evan are super bright, and we're grateful and thankful that you guys chose Cardano, right? Because you guys could have went anywhere, and you choose and do it the right way and the hard way, learning Haskell. I commend you guys. It's unbelievable. Wow. I'm gonna put my 3-year-old. I'm gonna put her on an encyclopedia. Shoot, dang, that's unbelievable, man. Unreal.
No, it's easy. I promise you. My English is my mother's third language, and she speaks Chinese. She speaks Turkish, and she taught me English only years after she learned English. And my English is better than her now. I'm helping write her texts and making sure that her emails have good grammar, and it's something that I could do forever because I'm really grateful to my mom for doing that for me. But yeah, it's possible. Anything can happen.
I never would have guessed that English was not your first language. You are so impressive. And thank you for that backstory. I just am so honored to hear that and to be able to hear you be up here and speak to everybody. And you have answered every question like a boss, and you know what you're talking about. And thank you for coming up and just being vulnerable and being so honest. That's all we ask for.
Thank you. That's what's amazing about the CNFT community. I came here and I first started, and it's the word going around. I don't know why people are so infatuated with it, but I first started brokering Clay Nation NFTs, and I would go up to Mr. Drums. I still call him Mr. Drums. I think I always will, but I go up to Mr. Drums and I go, "Hello, Mr. Drums. If I find someone who will buy one of your NFTs, can I just get a tiny little 2%?" And he goes, and he was a really helpful guy, and it wasn't just him; it was everybody. It was just so nice. And of course, my chats with the Duck have changed a little bit, and we're talking about bigger things. And I think it's amazing how inclusive this community is. It's almost unsettling, but once you realize that human beings can really be this kind and really be this compassionate, it's so easy to pour your heart and soul out into this community.
Yo, how fire. You a little hustler. You're going to go up to Crypto Drums and be like, yo, let me broker these deals on your 400 plus clays. God, dude. Love it, bro. I can't. Hey, man. Unreal. Dude, this dude is impressive. Any stock, anything, brother? Shoot, that's Carmen. Hold up. That's unbelievable, bro. Yeah, I mean, dude, appreciate you. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, look, I was just going to say, man, I can't believe what these guys have achieved, right, in such a short space of time and at such a young age, man. Congratulations. You guys are kicking it out of the park, man. And so happy for Ape Society to have found you, and so happy that, you know, we're part of the first wave. This space is going to be huge. NFTs are going to stop getting sold, man, with products like this. because holding the asset is going to be way more valuable than selling the asset. So congratulations, super happy.
Thank you. We hope to see you all at CNFT Con. We've booked our tickets, got our hotels. So if you, I'm 16, but I mean I'll be 17 then. I'm tallish. I'm 6'2", but Goose over here is gonna knock your socks off. This dude is 6'6", and he weighs as much as I do. So he's a 6'6" of like twigs, but he's
Love it.
nice. He's got a pretty face,
Not
but yeah.
nice.
We're gonna be partying like a rock star.
1 second, I was off for like 10 minutes. 16?
Dude, these dudes, they're 16 and 17 years old, Tal. You missed the stuff. It'll be recorded later, brother. Like, these dudes are impressive. We're going to take care of them at CNFT.
You need to take more money, guys. you don't think big enough. And just make a collection of NFTs, and whoever has the NFT can use your platform. I'll buy 20.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your support. We really, really do. And I know I know I just sound like a little kid who has big dreams, but I promise you, Lending Pond is going to be so small compared to what we have planned. We have an entire ecosystem that, when fully developed, is going to be all you ever need. And it's not going to be intent on capitalizing on people. It's going to be intent on growing Cardano, because really projects that just feed off what Cardano has now aren't focused on growing Cardano. The projects that grow Cardano are the ones that are really going to be the ones that succeed.
100%, man. So it's not just your ability to actually pull this all together and execute the plan and get a version 1 platform MVP up and running, which is super impressive in itself. But it's actually the whole ideology and ethos behind you guys, right? I mean, you're not there trying to, basically get rich off the back of a growing market. You guys truly believe in, the Cardano vision, probably the Charles Hoskinson vision, and you guys you're in it for all the right reasons. So personally, love what you're doing.
Yeah,
Completely agree.
do you have, guys, enough money to develop it, though? It's like, I know it's already ready and working. Do you have enough money to actually make it happen? That's the biggest question, probably.
Yeah, we invested a lot of what we had into this project because we have complete confidence it's going to work. And we have friends that actually, we didn't even know about Project Catalyst. Project Catalyst came to us and was like, we need you to apply for Fund 9 because the ideas that you guys are generating out of your heads are absolutely phenomenal. And we're like, they're kind of mid, but thank you. And we're sure that the funding is going to be there, and we're sure that we're going to make things possible. And what is great is that through Acronym DAO, in which other DAOs took quite a bit of percentage, we only took 10% from Acronym DAO, and that was able to fund some of Lending Pond as well as some of our personal funds. But I'm confident that this is not going to stop. It's going to be one DApp into the next one, into the next, and until we have an entire ecosystem, and then I can finally breathe.
Yeah, mate, look, I've started a number of startups. I've sourced capital for a number of startups. I know Ponzerotti's had 7 years of teaching startups. Like, if you guys need capital, man, just reach out. I'll back you every day of the week. I think what you're doing is awesome.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will take that to heart. But Lending Pond was kind of the first whack of our sledgehammer into kind of the hard structured system. The next couple dApps that we're developing are going to be lighter, quicker. They're going to launch sooner, and those are mainly meant to bring users and activity to our ecosystem. And then once that starts to increase, we can invest in the next big dApp that's going to change Cardano again.
And look, honestly, I'll just say this again. What I love about what you're doing, and this is so smart, right? Ponzerotti will absolutely back me up here. Starting a two-sided marketplace, like in the real world, never mind crypto, is one of the most difficult things to do, right? Because you've got to get the balance between both sides of the market, right? And what you've done by restricting access, honestly, people that have been in this space for decades are not smart enough to work that out. The fact that you guys have done it, hats off.
Yeah, I mean, even right now, the balance isn't perfect. I woke up this morning and I looked at, I have church school. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka a Mormon. I say the short thing. So, yeah, but I have early morning Sunday school every single day. So I have to wake up at 5 a.m. And I woke up this morning, I checked the website, and there were no listings. And I was so pissed. I was like, damn it, no one listed. And then I go to the transactions, and I see like 15 different smart contracts transactions, and I'm like, holy moly, people listed and they just got sniped within like 4 hours, because I only sleep for that long anyway now. But yeah, I think it's important to find the balance, because even now, like, it's not perfectly balanced, but I really think that's just because we haven't reached our full amount of coverage yet. Once we get the Sunday swap tweet, and as well as some other projects, things are going to go through the roof.
Yeah, man. Look, I wish you every success. You guys are going to smash it. You're going to kick it out of the ballpark. So congrats again, man. And looking forward to what version 2 looks like.
Yes, me too. That's what I'm really passionate about. I want a beautiful UI and utility that's just going to skyrocket through the moon.
Hey guys, I have a question. I think I've been skipped. So I relate, by the way, sorry for the first word, but I'm a Jack Mormon myself. And I think you guys covered it with the 2% upfront fee, but here's my question. So as the lender, there's an example of a loan right now of 500 ADA 8% for 2 days, but I'm paying 511 ADA plus the ADA fee, correct? That would include the 2% fee that you were talking about earlier?
This is you on the borrower's end, right?
Yes, I'm the lender.
Okay. Let me pull my calculator so I can do some quick math right here. So you said it was a 500 ADA loan at 8%?
For 2 days, yes.
Well, that's a great loan. I mean, maybe it's over collateralized, but if it's a 500 ADA loan, ignore the 8%. You're sending 500 times
and 511 fee, yeah, plus the ADA fee.
Yeah, so 500 times 1.02, which comes out to 510, and they add another 1 to make sure that everything goes to the blockchain nicely. So when you send the 511, 10 ADA will appear in the developing wallet to make sure that version 2 happens, and then the borrower gets 500 ADA. And then the borrower is paying you 8% interest on 500, so you will get back 500 times 1.08. So you're going to get back 540 ADA, but then
minus
make sure
11.
to minus the 11.
Which I really don't care. I mean, that's 30 ADA nobody's giving me, so thank you.
Yeah, and honestly, those are kind of small. Like when Clay Nation, when Space Buds, when apes start to become more comfortable with this, because that's, I mean, we don't, it's to be expected. It's going to be smaller ones at first. I mean, even JPEG was very small in the beginning, but then people are going to be like, okay, I feel confident pulling 10, 20 K out of this thing, because even with the manual loans that we had, it took 3 weeks of people being like, hey, you can actually take loans and they're legit and it's working. And then we had someone come to us who was like, okay, here's a legendary dead pixel worth 100,000 ADA, and I really only want 30K. So can I have 30K? And then we were scrambling because that was over our DAO's budget for lending. So then we had to find an individual who had 30K, and then they financed the loan. But all I'm saying is investor confidence is only going to increase. This is the beginning.
Okay, thank you. And then side note, I was baptized in Sandy, Utah.
Oh, I might go there for the summer, but we'll see.
Perfect, man. Thank you. Yo, Evan, thanks again. Any other questions, guys? This has been awesome, man. I mean, we could probably go on for days, but I think this was very insightful. I'm so bullish on both projects now, right? Hold on, my man Ada Man might be coming up. Yeah, brother. Thank you, Evan. Let me go ahead with Ada Man, and then we'll start wrapping it up. I know you guys are probably extremely busy. Ada Man, you got a question, my
Yes,
brother?
Chronic Bro. Yes. A real quick one for Lenny Pond. So my understanding is that there is like a matching, one-to-one matching from like of the borrower and the lender, right? What if? Sorry, go ahead. Is it rugging?
He's probably muted again.
Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah, I don't know if you maybe wasn't talking or Ada Man maybe he was waiting on you. But...
I was
Oh,
saying.
I thought you were asking a question.
Yes. I was. So my question was, my current understanding is that there is a matching, one-to-one matching of the borrower and the lender, right?
Yep.
So what happens if now we cannot match that kind of like amount that the borrower is asking for to one lender? Meaning that can we do like a one-to-many situation or not?
That's a great question. So that's called fractionalized lending, and we would love to have that. That's actually not that complicated to have. But the only question is, what happens when someone defaults and you have 6 people who funded one NFT? And that's when things get a little tricky. And if we say, oh, we'll sell the NFT for you and we'll pay you all back equally, then it's a security, and that's more issues. So I'm sitting on it. I want to include this functionality as soon as possible, and the only I haven't figured out a way in which it doesn't end in us promising to pay you ADA, which equals security. So as soon as I find a solution to that, or if anyone finds a solution to that, let me know. But the closest thing that we're going to be able to do is kind of the other end around, because a lot of loans that we notice are actually bundle loans, and something that JPEG hasn't supported, but in version 2 of LendingPond it will support. So you can clump 4 or 5 NFTs, 6 NFTs together in one loan, and it's gonna make a pretty big difference. So we have a lot of plans.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for your answer, bro.
No problem.
I just want to know real quick, what do you see for your next, month to 3 months? What are you looking out for Lending Pond, for Acronym DAO? Just to give us a quick oversight of what you are envisioning.
Okay, well, I can't spoil too much, because our next big thing is going to be a platform that doesn't exist on any blockchain, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's basically what to do if you're... Sorry, I'm getting some wind here. To your crypto wallet, aka what happens when you die. Is there a crypto will? And there isn't. So we want to solve that issue, and it's something that we're working really hard on, and it's going to be a game changer if we really find the solution to that. But that's kind of in the future, and I'll answer your question better. In 1 to 3 months, we have a bet within the team how much volume Lending Pond is going to do in a month, and my bet is I'm betting around 150,000 ADA in volume for the first month, and to increase month over month. But in our team we have bets ranging from anywhere from 10K volume, which they already lost because we beat that in one day, to 1 million volume, which I will be very surprised if it happens. But in the next 1 to 3 months, we're hoping to launch version 2 of Lending Pond, as well as another DApp that will integrate into Lending Pond, and will be another service that we will be offering our users. And I can't really say what it is yet, because we need to keep that under wraps. But we're going to be developing nonstop for at least 24 months.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me, really.
We appreciate you being up here. Does anyone else have any questions for our amazing Ape Society devs before we finish out the space?
No, can we ask him to show up regular, like lending funds? Can you show up like every month or something like that? Update us. We want to know. This is our ecosystem and everything built on that. So we want to know.
As soon as I'm invited, I'm there. To be perfectly honest, I skipped class for this because honestly, it's not as important as being here with you guys. My Espanol is kind of okay anyway. So as long as we set the time out in a little bit in advance, I'm sure we can have it work. And I would love to come back. We would love to come back and get it going.
Hell yeah,
Can
bro.
be. You don't need to go to school. That's funny.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah,
It would
I
be an
know.
honor to do this again, man. You know, my bad. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry, Evan.
No, I was just saying thank you for helping me wrap it up because my phone is at 3%, so I'm about to zap into nothingness and never come back. So,
Hey, man. Thank you. Real quick, SS. I know you got it. Hurry, brother, because he's about to bounce.
Yo, sorry, no, actually, a question for the devs, innit? Sorry if this has been asked already because I just kind of joined now. But I read somewhere on Twitter that the cabins are being produced using Unreal Engine 4. Is this true?
Hold up, SS. We'll get right back with you again, Evan. Yo, hold up, brother. That won't be forgotten. Evan, man, thanks again from everyone here. Ponderati, Matassa, Carmen, y'all got anything to say to this young freaking bright mind?
We're really impressed. Great stuff, my friend. Great stuff. You guys have a bright future.
thank you.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're
an
glad that
honor.
we're here with you.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's a great partnership.
For real. Those who wasn't bullish, now they understand. So, you know, thank you, my dude. It was a pleasure, and we look forward to growing with you. And you know, like you said, we early, and we're gonna support. You picked the right community, dude, to merge with at first, brother, because I believe it's truly gonna be a match made in heaven, bro. For real. So thank you again, Evan.
Thank you so much for being here. We
Thank you so
really
much for having me,
appreciate it a
guys.
lot.
Thank you, really, really do. Okay, I hope you'll check
Man,
back with me
definitely.
soon,
Okay.
but I'm gonna bounce. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep in touch,
Take
bro. For
care.
real. Thank
Peace
you,
out.
man.
Okay, we'll do. Shoot.
Perfect, guys. Awesome.
All right,
Yo.
SS. Go ahead with your question again. We wanted to make sure his
Guys.
phone didn't die on him.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, yeah, basically, yeah, I was going to ask a question for the devs. Are the cabins being produced using Unreal Engine? Because I read that on Twitter somewhere, so I just wanted to know if it's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, man. Nice one. Thank you.
Sure,
That's
sure.
cool. That's cool.
Hey, can I say something? There is a guy, the Cardano ambassador, Pete. Can you do please another video on how to connect your Daedalus to your Nami on a Mac? Please, we need that again. It doesn't work. And if you wanna come and talk, please come and talk and help us.
I can't hear. Hey, Chrissy, can you see who's requesting? I got one request and I can't see. Hey, Carmen Matassa, what y'all, you know, how y'all feeling, bro? Like, you know how I'm saying? Like, I don't want y'all to get bombarded and stuff like that. You down for a few questions?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, for sure. Hell
It's
yeah.
1 a.m. here, but let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I love about you guys. Hell yeah. Hey man, that was awesome, bro, for real. And just now, am I reading this right on Kong's and Ape's chat is 135,000 ADA trade? A king for that Android go to Kong and something else. Am I reading that right or I'm tripping?
You are tripping because you have apes. You always tripping.
What you mean? I got Apes and Kongs.
I know, I'm kidding.
I don't know. I just want to know the
trade
truth.
between yourself. Trade with
That's it.
Twisty.
No, I didn't do it, bro. Someone did it. I want to know who it is.
I'm open my pitches to ape trades. People, you can start DM me.
That's what's up. I'm trying to get
I
Tao
just got
back in the
FOMO.
family.
FOMO.
Dude, if you didn't get FOMO last time when Ponzerati, you talked to all of them like a month ago when we had 400 people in the damn space or whatever. We had a lot of people in there. Ah, man. All good, Tao. You good. You're going to come in, bro. You need this. This community needs you in here, bro. And, you know, you need this community. What up, Dally? What you got, bro?
Well, how are you guys all doing over there?
Hey, my man.
How's it
Living the
going?
dream.
Yeah, that's good. Well, my name is Suleiman from the Gambia, part of West Africa. Nice to meet you all.
Likewise, brother. What you got going on, my man? You know, this is
Well,
Ape. You know, you in it? Yeah, you into Ape Society?
yeah, it's society. Yeah. Well, I need a support. You know, I am living in a very terrible situation with my family at the moment.
Yeah, brother. Well, I appreciate. Well, much love. We could send out prayers, man. But yeah, this isn't really the space for that right now, my guy.
Yeah, yeah. I would really appreciate your prayers. I lost my parents many years ago, so I'm living with my grandma and my siblings. You know,
For sure, my
I'm
man. Well, bless you, bro, and everything. I appreciate you, my man. Um,
Sending you much love, Dally.
yeah, for real. We got but we're gonna take some other questions, my guy. I'm not trying to like be rude, but bless you, my man.
yeah, yeah.
All right, for sure. Hey Pete, you had any other questions, my guys? I'm sorry. I mean, I appreciate Deli. I don't mean to be like that, brother, but we've been here for a couple hours. And G Dub, what's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Ape's team. I apologize if this has been answered in the Discord and such. I just haven't had a chance to check in. But I heard the news about the cabins being developed in Unreal Engine, and I'm just wondering, as a holder of some Craftsman's, should we be looking at Unreal Engine for producing items as craftsmen, or is that going to be some sort of an in-game builder?
Sorry, was on mute. But Unreal Engine is the software that the game aspect is built on. So like actually being in the cabin and like decorating the cabin, like where you want to put the furniture. In terms of craftsmen, they're just on the website. Like you're just clicking the button to click, like I want to build this item, that item, and then that happens on the back end. So there's not actually like a engine part. So you don't have to look into any technicals or anything like that. That's just like a behind the scenes. Like for example,
Got it.
Grand Theft Auto is using X engine or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that helps. So I'm not, as a craftsman, I'm not going to be able to build custom items, like one-off custom items that I could sell in game. It's just going to be like a function of my role. I'm going to be able to like click a button, build something, and then benefit from building that sort of in-game item that you guys have pre-created, right?
Yeah, there will be a set list of assets, but you still choose what asset you want to build.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you, but it won't be a one-off. It will be the same as others assets. I mean, yeah, down the line, maybe we can do like some more, like make it more customizable, but not at the start, no.
Yeah. Thanks for the info.
No worries.
Gary, what's happened to your bit?
Hey, cut it out, pal. I know you're over there minting gold diggers. Your wallet, dude. I'm gonna see your gold diggers.
I have a small question to Pete before I enter another job. Pete, can you make us a video with Daedalus connection to Nami, but on Mac?
Yeah, I did do one. You said a little bit earlier that's not working. I just want to capture where you're having issues, because I do know I forgot to mention in that video that I did for that connection for minting that you need it set up in almost a dev environment. So you need like Xcode already installed, and then a couple of other things like the command wget. There's a couple of ways around it, so it's a little bit easier. But I try to make it as easy as possible. So you just copy and paste in code. But the other thing is you probably don't really need it at the moment because there are so many other options. So they're our own Statepool has its own private submit API, which isn't heavily used. So you can, leverage across that and connect your NAMI or your CC Vault to it. And there's also other services like freeloaders, which actually is a group of stake pool operators and have like a load balancer in front of it.
Oh,
So
that's what I use right now. So that's a good solution, basically.
Yeah, and one of our relays is behind that as well. So, if you're using freeloaders and their Smith API endpoint, just pick between like Europe and the US for your better location. There's ways to ping it so you can work out which one will get the best response time. And then you can go, all right, I'll just use the European one for my minting for this particular day for this project. And it's probably comparable in terms of speed to what you would set up with a dataless and a full private node through NAMI. So it's pretty much comparable these days, especially with the scaling things. And like the whole process of setting that up be redundant within a few more months anyway. So I could if you really want it, but there's other ways around it now.
Thank you so much. I love your YouTube, so thank you and keep it up.
Thanks.
Appreciate that, brother. What up, Timmy? What's cracking, my brother?
Hey, what up, Chronic? Yeah, hey, Matassa, while we were just talking about like Unreal Engine and stuff, I'm curious, have you guys built like a connector for Unreal Engine? It's one of the things like that I'm looking at for a project that I'm working on. But like I've got Blockfrost and everything working, via the REST API. But I'm curious if you've actually got a connector, or am I going to have like a username and password and connect my wallet on the web and kind of associate my wallet to my account and then use that to log in on Unreal? Or does Unreal actually have like a connection to the blockchain?
I want to take it, Carmen.
It's more of like an API thing that we're doing with like a authentication signature, kind of like an OAuth kind of flow, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Oh yeah, it's I forgot it's you. You know that, but yeah. So something along those lines, but we haven't like finished that full integration right now. It's like we're still in the building process, so it could change a bit. So that's not final, but that's what we're working on right now.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that some kind of like a web plugin in Unreal that like kicks off to OAuth or something. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, for sure, and we'll share more details with, I guess, anybody interested in that technical side as we get closer to that point.
Yo, fellas, what we dropping tomorrow? What kind of alpha? What we dropping tomorrow, yo? Like you just going over more about the
Yeah, tomorrow will be just the whitelist details. Like try to specify the whitelist spots. There's a lot of confusion within the community around those, so
perfect.
Try to line everything up and just make it clear for everyone.
Is it going to be an announcement, Matassa? Is that how?
Yeah. I'll announce it.
Nice. Any like? I mean, is it like it's tomorrow somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be on 420? You announcing it or?
I don't know. Like around my 8 p.m. time. I don't know.
I'm trying to make sure I get there first, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just no, that's fire. Okay, great. So good news, man. And look, that was fire. I don't know if you've seen that, Timmy. They that was a cottage they released up in the Discord, man. So I can't wait. And it's randomly, and yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So real quick, it's a snapshot, and you're gonna go ahead and just make sure, like, as long as we have our shit delisted, it's a snapshot, and y'all gonna give us the information on who wins what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
the same. It's the same snapshot as Airdrop, right? So you don't need, you don't need to connect anywhere. You just need to have your Ape in your wallet. We'll take a snapshot, and then we'll distribute the whitelist spots the way I'm gonna say tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. Because you're making me feel better. Because I was kind of like in a dilemma on what to do, but I appreciate it, and I'll just wait and see. So
no, yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of people like changing, swapping wallets, and that wasn't the smart to smooth, but yeah.
Because they need to be staked, and it needs to. Maybe not. I don't know if it's just
you're giving up. I mean, you're giving up the last epoch rewards and the trophy. I mean, it depends how much you value it, right? The tokens, But yeah, you're giving up that for at least. I mean, I mentioned several times, just wait for the whitelist info and then make your decision. I mean, people are free to do whatever they want, but
absolutely.
But yeah, please at least first see what's about to happen, and then people can do. Yeah, you can split all your I don't know, 10 apes between 10 wallets.
If that's what you
but
choose.
Is it worth it? I don't know. You'll see it tomorrow.
That's what's up. And that's why I don't know if people realize, how transparent y'all are and stuff. And so, if you say you're going to do something, I'll wait. And I love that y'all, out there to answer all these questions. So perfect. Man, that's what's up.
Yeah. You'll give time for everyone to do whatever they want. So
perfect.
You're good.
Excellent. That's what's up, guys. Well, thank you again. Any other questions, Joe? Anybody? I'm just watching Kong's and Ape Society floor go cray. We had 25-30, guys. It's a great thing to see, especially when you can start loaning and getting collateral against these things. Thank y'all, team. I've been needing this stuff, bro. Like, man. So, Kong's floor is almost 1252. So, good day for these apes, the primates, yeah, man. Again, thank you, all three of you. Stock Trade, Chrissy, all the panel, Timmy, Tal, Detail, everybody, man, that came up and asked amazing questions. I think we're all more bullish. Every time we talk to y'all, I say the same stuff, but bro, we get more bullish every time we find something out. So, like y'all saying, we just beginning.
You should stop doing it, man. So I
don't know
some.
why I look like a genius, Tal. Shoot, I look like a genius, bro, and they making me look smart. It's not anything. I mean, hey, they're smart individuals, and look, they're partnering with smarter individuals, maybe, if that's even possible. Snap. Well, shoot, we could keep doing it or whatever, man. I appreciate y'all again. Any last questions? And we can start something up later, bro, because this has been going on for a long time.
No, today's Taco Tuesday day, no? So
yeah, Taco Tuesday starting right now.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Look, I just want to thank Chrissy and Chronic for putting this together. It's always a good session. It has gone on for a while, but so look, I think the Lending Pond guys, man, they delivered some awesome information. I can't believe they're 16 and 17. Just blows my mind. But wow, they're doing amazing stuff. So good on them. Hopefully the apes get behind them. I know we will. And these guys become uber successful, and obviously we get to leverage their technology to use our apes without needing to sell them. Anyway, look, I'm going to have to jump, but fantastic Twitter space, Chrissy and Chronic. Look, I'll catch you in Discord.
Yeah, Stock Trade.
Thank you again, Stock Trade. And thank you everyone for being here as well. Tal, Cardman, Matassa, and Congo. And thank you, Lending Pond, even though they're gone, but really awesome that they were here in case anybody listens back. We appreciate everyone who came up and asked questions and got involved. This was another great space with a lot of good things to listen back to and remember. So thanks again.
Yep. Much love, everyone.
Love you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Again.
Love y'all.
Hey,
I'll see you later.
Matassa, man, much
Bye-bye.
love always. Thank you, everyone. I'm going ahead and rug it. Y'all be blessed. Happy 420 tomorrow.
We're not running the space tomorrow, so if everybody want to know, it's not going to be there. CNFT, not financial advice, huh?
That's what's up. Everyone, much love. Be safe. Don't get scammed. Don't scam. For real, use an escrow. DM me. See you guys. Be safe. Rugging it. Laters.